at Lowe's. Valid through 3/4. Soil offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location. While supplies last.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Looks, fires the slant pattern, complete. Jason Swain breaks a tackle.
It's time to kick off 3 hours of fair and honest discussions that go beyond the headlines of today's sports teams. From the Budweiser studios of 99.1, the Sports Animal. Here's a couple of guys with over 30 years of combined knowledge of Tennessee sports.
Touchdown, Tennessee! Jason Swain!
Here's Josh and Swain.
Wednesday afternoon. Welcome in to Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us today. We are very excited to be with you for the next 3 hours. It is a beautiful day here in East Tennessee. We have a lot to talk about over the next 3 hours. We're excited for the guests who will hop on our show. We'll talk to David Kopp of CBS Sports. We will get him to tell us exactly where Tennessee will be seated in the NCAA tournament. He I'm sure knows ahead of time. David Cobb will join us coming up at 12:30 with CBS Sports. In about an hour, we'll talk to Braden Gall of 440 Sports. We'll talk to Austin Price of VolQuest this afternoon. We'll talk football. We'll talk hoops. We will talk about a number of things between now and 3 o'clock, plus who knows what else could pop up between now and 3. Tennessee basketball, we didn't know, but sometimes you know going in if a team's going to win or not. Ron Slater knew. He said, hey, that 8.5, they just toss it out there for anybody interested. Tennessee went out and won comfortably against South Carolina 78-59, and comfortably was the key because they jumped out to an early lead and then cruised through that game, which fans have been clamoring for. And South Carolina stinks, team at the bottom of the SEC, but Tennessee made it look like they stink out there, and that was a good thing.
No, Slay knew how Tennessee was going to win. Not only the fact that Tennessee would win and cover, he told us when he was asked, all right, who needs to step up in the absence of Day Ament, what collection of players? Is it going to be the perimeter players? No, Ron says it's going to be the post players. Well, J.P. Estrella and Felix Ekpara had a dunk fest and both went over 20 points. It was a dominant performance in the paint for Tennessee's front court. It was a assist party for Jacoby Gillespie, who continues to prove why he deserves to be on the first team, all SEC. It was just a great, great performance by Tennessee. And, again, South Carolina's not good. We know that. And there's no reason around about how poorly they have played this season. But that was Tennessee taking care of business. That was Tennessee doing what they have been capable of doing all season long. And that's going up with aggression, putting the ball in the rim with 2 hands instead of relying on touch around the rim and shots hit the iron and coming off and missing shots. No, we're gonna punch this thing in. And Tennessee did a lot more of that last night, and that was fun to see.
Turn a layup into a dunk, and the percentage goes way up. So, yeah, bold prediction. If Okpara and J.P. Estrella together can average 21 points apiece moving forward,
Tennessee's going to win national championship.
Could really change what Tennessee's capable of.
Easy. Yeah. So that was
Nate
good.
Who, you would say at that point.
No. We need Nate now. We need Nate out there.
Nobody said that.
Yeah, in addition to, not instead of. So we got to have Nate back out there. So
For sure.
It was good to hear Rick Barnes talk about that was the last game of the season. You know, he would play. I think that should give some people some confidence about maybe his availability on this Saturday. If not this Saturday, then definitely moving forward in postseason play. So it was a good day for the men's team last night. They went against South Carolina. Never a dull moment, though, when it comes to Tennessee athletics. That's for sure.
No, it is not.
Baseball, they get the win over ETSU. So those players on ETSU's team, you won't be bragging about how you beat Tennessee. You beat a program that, won a championship in the last couple of years. Those two programs, obviously different sizes, but take pride in baseball. And in the past, it's been a fierce game, and Tennessee prevented ETSU from, being able to brag about how they beat up on Tennessee. So ETSU is a really good baseball program. A lot of guys take a lot of pride in how they play. Tennessee just avoided the midweek slump. Not every team in Tennessee avoided the midweek slump, but Tennessee was able to avoid that.
Speaking of Tennessee baseball, beginning of the show yesterday, we were able to hand out some tickets with Tennessee getting ready for a game against ETSU. And guess what? We have been blessed with some more tickets.
It again?
So a 7-1 win yesterday with the mid-afternoon game.
Another one. We like DJ Khaled of baseball tickets. And another pair. Another one.
Well, it's a 4 o'clock start today as Tennessee will take on Oakland at Lindsey Nelson Stadium.
Ace?
And as they're going back-to-back Tuesday, Wednesday, we will go to caller number 2 at 656 wins. 656 wins to win a 4-pack of tickets to today's game. It is this afternoon, so obviously we want to make sure you can get to the game. We'll deliver the tickets electronically, but a 4 o'clock start today, 656 wins. Caller number 2, Joel, gets 4 tickets to Tennessee versus, no, not the Athletics, Swain. By the way, they're just the Athletics. Oakland has been stripped from their title, so maybe this team can go out and show the good folks of Oakland. There should be more coverage. There should be a 30 for 30 at some point of how the Oakland area fans have been done wrong, and I say that as a Raiders fan. They're in Vegas now. The Athletics are on the move. The Warriors, they got their new arena on the other side of the bay, right? So it's been a tougher go for Oakland fans with teams right down the road.
Josh, that would be a great idea if people actually wanted to watch it.
That could end up being an issue. If anything, maybe just go watch Moneyball. I think it's a great movie, great acting performance by Brad Pitt, Jonah Hill, manager that was portrayed in that one. He won't like it, but other than that, I thought it was a fun movie, Moneyball. If you want to watch that. So Tennessee versus Oakland again in baseball this afternoon. Monitoring if there is news with Carlin Pickens' injury as she had to leave with shoulder discomfort yesterday. Obviously, hope the best for her. She is one of the great players in the country. She's one of the great Lady Vols of all time, but had to exit early yesterday. So if there is an update on her status today, we will get to that. And as we mentioned, there have been a number of sports to talk about. The men's basketball team will play the season finale against Vanderbilt at home on Saturday.
Vanderbilt.
You held that one pretty good.
It's the Our State game, right, Josh? Ain't that what you would say?
It is game number 2 in the Our State series.
Nah.
One could argue.
No, I know it's baseball season, but Tennessee and Vandy is not playing in baseball this week. So it's just Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Tennessee has won this series a lot in the last 10 years since Rick Barnes has been here, and even before that. But Vanderbilt is a good team. And going into the last matchup between Tennessee and Vanderbilt, Vanderbilt was the better team. And there was reason to believe that Tennessee would probably stumble against that Vanderbilt team, but they did not and was able to beat them. Now you play at home, and you should be in the same position to do the same things and have the same result. But we understand that it takes execution, and it takes being able to make plays, late in the game that they were able to make at Vanderbilt. They have to do it at home on Saturday. So it's a great opportunity to honor the seniors and honor folks that will not be here next year. Nate Mint, baby. So senior day is always special. It doesn't matter what sport it is. Man, it's a special time to tell the seniors you appreciate their hard work and dedication and how they represent the program during their time here.
Speaking of, so I'm going to read these texts that have come in. These are our first 2 texts of the show, Swain, and then we'll get to the response at the start of the next segment, as we're at the end of segment number 1 of today's show. Okay. Appreciate all interaction, questions, comments, sincerely.
Oh, it must be negative then.
It's not positive.
Okay.
I wouldn't describe it that way. Now, I don't think Andrew means anything, but Andrew texted this. I ain't trying to bring it up again, but...
I'm about to bring it up again.
We love you, Andrew. Did y'all know the Lady Vol player got offered to go into the game Sunday? Does that change your opinion on Kim? Here's text number 2. Are you talking about the Ron Slay discussion from yesterday? None of you all had all of the information on the Kaya Wynn situation. Next time, pause and reflect. Get the facts.
Ooh.
So
I look forward to responding to that.
Yeah, we will do so when we come back, and we appreciate the chance to do so. We appreciate the interaction. We'll continue to invite it at 865-656-9900. Plus, Danny White making some comments earlier this morning on our station about Coach Kim Caldwell, so you'll hear that this afternoon. We have a lot to discuss. We appreciate you being with us every day. We're presented by Junk Be Gone on Josh and Swain.
Get breaking fall news on your texts. To sign up, text VOLS to 865-656-9900 right now.
Caller 5 right now to 656 wins qualifies in the Chillin' and Grillin' contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, and a $100 gift card from Coors Light at 99.1 The Sports Animal. Caller 5 right now, 656-9467.
Spring is almost sprung. Have you been putting off that demo, big or small? A rotting deck, an old shed, gazebo, mobile home, or another eyesore? Enjoy 10% off up to $100 on any demo removal this month. Give them a buzz for more information on this special offer. Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for 20 years. Call today for a free estimate. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
When there's stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now. 800-575-8695. Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com or call 800-575-8695. That's 800-575-8695. Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
If you want to give a gift to someone that they're never going to forget, give them a gift from TK Wheeler Jewelers. Hey, it's Heather Harrington. Jewelry checks all the boxes. It's unforgettable, it's beautiful, and it's something to wear forever. And if someone in your life is celebrating a big birthday or a special anniversary, maybe they're getting ready to retire, surprising them with diamond hoop or stud earrings or a stack of gold bangle bracelets, or the show-stopping diamond tennis necklace, I promise that person will open up that gift and their jaw will hit the floor. Every time they put that necklace on, they will remember exactly who it was from and what the occasion was they were celebrating. That's the magic of gifting jewelry. And the magic of TK Wheeler Jewelers is that by shopping on South Illinois Avenue in Oak Ridge, you magically get more bling for your buck. So celebrate life's biggest moments with beautiful jewelry from the one and only TK Wheeler Jewelers.
This has been a paid advertisement.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Beatty Chevrolet give you the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into the hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Jump into the buzzer-beating action by registering your bracket. And if you make the perfect pick, that's $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks correct and win $10,000.
For 3 for the win, yes! At the buzzer!
Register your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. The $1 Million Bracket Challenge, driven by Beatty Chevrolet. It's better at Beatty.
Some battles don't look like races. They look like early mornings, long treatments, waiting rooms. But on Saturday, March 14th, we run. Join us Saturday, March 14th at 9 a.m. at World's Fair Park for the Lucky Kidney Run, powered by DCI, to benefit the East Tennessee Kidney Foundation. Registration is now open for the fighters, for the families, for the friends who show up. Register at etkidney.org/events today.
Your home isn't just where life happens, it's where it begins. At Red Door Homes, they make building your dream home simple with over 30 customizable floor plans for your land, all with transparent pricing and a full 10-year structural warranty for peace of mind that lasts. New this year, Red Door has developments in Hardin Valley, Maryville, Alcoa, and North Knoxville, closer than ever to where you want to live. Red Door Homes, built for life, built for you. Learn more at reddoorhomestn.com.
Fair, honest sports conversation from two guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Back on Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jeremy texted, been waiting all day. Bunch of exclamation points with eating popcorn gif. You can send gifts to us in the text box too, by the way. Always appreciate those. Andrew had the text. Casey had also texted us. Again, appreciate all the interaction, but especially with Ron Slay. Last segment yesterday during the sleigh ride, Ron wanted to take a couple of minutes to talk about the Kaya Wynn situation. Ron let his feelings be known. I would remind you to keep in mind that it was Ron letting those feelings be known. I don't know anybody that cares more and does more to support Tennessee basketball, men's and women's, than Ron Slay. He also mentioned he loves Kim Caldwell, but he said he thought Kim was wrong in this situation with Kaya Wynn. This was before the news that Wynn was stepping away from the program, and that has made this story even bigger because it's a headline on the main page at ESPN.com that Kaya Wynn, a fifth-year senior, is stepping away from the team following senior day ahead of the SEC tournament. But Ron in that segment said he lost a lot of respect for Kim Caldwell with how things played out. What has gotten a lot of attention is the fact that she didn't play in the game. Kaya Wynn acknowledging in her statement that she put out on social media that she hoped to start the game. Obviously, that did not happen. She mentioned, I don't know what the exact timing is, but she mentioned the opportunity, what she wrote, to be asked to check into the game with 15 seconds left while losing was not how I wanted to spend my final moments in my arena after 5 years. She closed her statement saying, although that was not the sole reason, it was the breaking point for me. I have the utmost love and respect for my teammates in this program and wish everyone nothing but the best. So Casey's text, Swain, that told us to pause, reflect, and get the facts has to be regarding that 15-second window of the chance to go in. I want to hear what you have to say, but what I would focus more attention on is what she said right after that. That was not the sole reason. It was the breaking point, meaning there was a build-up to something Sunday. And this is the latest. This is technically on the court, but it's the latest on the court, off the court, PR conversation, something to do with drama, something to do with non-basketball that's affected Lady Vols basketball story this season. And that, to me, is the question. What's going on? Why did it get to that point on Sunday to where a fifth-year senior, an in-state player, somebody who has been so respected in the program, reached a, quote, breaking point to decide ahead of the postseason she needs to step away from the team?
When you have communication, when you have transparency, things like this don't happen. Obviously, Wynn was expecting something that she did not get. I do not for 1 second think that she deserved to start. Now, there are some programs around the country at different levels, high school, college, they have a tradition of starting seniors, and then they sub them out the first day of ball. That is not a requirement for me. You don't have to do that, in my opinion. What I do think needs to happen is an opportunity for a senior, especially with her background, to be able to get a curtain call, subbed in, subbed out, let the fans cheer for her while the fans are engaged. 15 seconds to go in the game where you got beat down by your rivals. I don't know what type of reception a senior is going to get in that moment. Now, no reason to be upset at Kim Caldwell for when totally not getting the opportunity, because she got an opportunity. But the opportunity could have been better. The whole situation could have been handled differently. It could have been handled better. And that is the entire issue. When you are a head coach, you're not an assistant coach. You're not just coaching X's and O's and coaching ball. You are the CEO. You're dealing with this type of stuff that has nothing to do with, in-game coaching. You're in management, and this situation wasn't managed properly. This is one of several examples of mismanagement this season for Coach Caldwell. I think there are faults on both sides here. When you look at the statement from Wynn, I don't agree that she deserved to start just because she's a senior, unless that was a conversation and expectation that has been set. Doesn't seem like that's the case. That's not something Caldwell does. But I do think during the course of that basketball game, she could have done a better job of honoring Wynn outside of 15 seconds to go in the game. I feel like she could have done that. I saw Kim Mulkey do it, the LSU player. We're talking about a player that went to Innsworth High School in Nashville, one of the most premier programs, not basketball programs, premier athletic programs in the state. They've had football players go D1, play the next level. They have basketball players, men's and women's, that play at the next level. Let me remind you that the best player in the Big Ten currently went to Innsworth High School and wanted no part of going to the University of Tennessee. You have to have the sensitivity, the awareness to understand how to deal with a certain player in a certain situation. This is no different than when we had a conversation about George McIntyre and how sensitive that situation was, because George McIntyre went to Brentwood Academy, which is another in-state power athletically. No different than if we had a player coming out of Baylor School in Chattanooga. You have to understand the gravity of the potential situation blowing up if you don't handle a player the right way. As a former player, I care about every single athlete and how they leave the university. I want them to have the same feeling that I have and had about my university when I finished playing. There are athletes in the last 30, 25, 10 years that have bitter taste in their mouth to where they don't come back. They haven't been back. And it's the thing that breaks my heart more than anything. And there are times when it's the athlete's fault. There are times when it's not the athlete's fault. We have athletes that give everything. They get surgeries. They go through so many sacrifices to wear that power tee and represent it with class. And Wynn did that. I will never be a fan of quitting. So I can't necessarily agree with quitting. But like you said, Josh, she said in her statement, it was a breaking point. Although it was not the sole reason, it was the breaking point for me. So this means there have been several things that have bothered Wynn to the point where she decided she was done. Now, by the looks of this basketball season, there's a ton of evidence that would support that why she feels the way she's felt. We see Kim Caldwell calling out players for being late to things. We've seen this team decide not to play with effort and lose by 30 and 40 points. We've seen body language from the coaches, the players. Like, we've seen Kim Caldwell throw her team under the bus. We've seen Kim Caldwell not shake hands with a coach. We've seen all these things from coaches and the players during the season that doesn't say culture is in a good place. So when got to a boiling point, I'll leave with this, Josh. Yesterday, LeBron made his impression that when culture to be what it is right now, to where you have this issue. This is the third story on ESPN.com. You know why it's the third story? Because it's the Lady Vols, and it's a major brand.
Major brand. If this had happened at a number of different programs in the SEC, it doesn't get one of the top headlines on ESPN.com. It gets it largely because it's Tennessee. It's been a bad season on the court, and it's been a disappointing season off the court with the headlines that have come about it. We'll talk more about it this afternoon, and we invite and appreciate interaction, questions you might have. We'll talk men's hoops. We'll talk about Tennessee against Vandy in the NCAA tournament, which is just a couple of weeks away, with David Cobb of CBS Sports when we come back on Josh and Swain.
Hi, I'm Andy, owner of Mo Shingles. I'm our only estimator, which means we don't pay sales commissions. That can save you thousands. If you want the best roof with the best warranty at the best price, call Mo Shingles, 770-0506.
It's been talked about, it's been waited for, and now it's happening. Southwest Airlines lands at McGee Tyson Airport March 5th. One date, one airline that changes everything. This isn't just a new airline, it's a new way in and out of East Tennessee. Southwest Airlines, March 5th. Visit flyknoxville.com for more information.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
Get up to $20,000 off new box trucks, landscape bodies, service bodies, and medium-duty trucks, all in stock now at Beatty Chevrolet. Visit BeattyChevrolet.com or stop by on Parkside Drive. Beatty Chevrolet, your commercial truck headquarters.
Hi, it's Bob Kessler. Turning 65 or retiring soon, Medicare is important, but it can be confusing. That's why the licensed local Medicare agents at Senior Financial Group are here to help at no cost to you. They compare plans from top insurance companies, explain your options, and help you find coverage that fits. Call Senior Financial Group at 865-777-0153 or visit sfgmedicare.com. Medicare made simple. Support you can trust.
Twin Peaks is the best in the game. Here, it's bigger game days and bolder fight nights. I mean, where else can you find a scratch kitchen that always comes in clutch every day from lunch to late night? Only at Twin Peaks, the #1 sports bar.
Consider yourself a bourbon connoisseur? At Twin Peaks, they're proud to offer an exclusive and extensive collection of some incredibly rare bourbons, whiskeys, and tequilas. Check out their barrel selects, hand-picked by their team and bottled just for you. Supplies limited. Stop by Twin Peaks to see what they're pouring. Cheers.
Why is eczema becoming such a common problem now? Could contaminants in the water be aggravating the problem? Listen to Paul's review. Our 3-year-old daughter had struggled her entire life with severe eczema. We'd tried so many things with little to no relief, and honestly, we felt helpless. We decided to install the AquaClear water system with nothing but hope and prayers that it might help. I can say, without hesitation, that it has completely changed our lives. My daughter's skin is now completely clear, and the difference in her is unbelievable. She's happier, more comfortable, and truly a different child. It's hard to put in words how much this has improved her quality of life. If I hadn't experienced this firsthand, I don't think I would have believed it. What's even more shocking is realizing how harmful toxins in our water can affect us. I am so grateful for AquaClear. They didn't just install a system, they gave my daughter relief and gave us peace of mind. This has been life-changing for our family.
AquaClear will change your water. It'll change your life.
Stanley Fence, East Tennessee's leader in gates and fencing. Need security or style? Stanley Fence has got it all. Automatic gates, access control systems, and custom estate gate designs built in-house for speed and quality. From aluminum and chain link to BOCA code-compliant pool fencing, Stanley Fence stocks it all. No long wait times. And right now, they'll beat any price on commercial cantilever slide gates. Call 865-254-3844 or visit StanleyFence.com today. Stanley Fence, family-owned, operated, and the first name in fencing.
March is truck month at Ted Russell Ford. Get 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Discover why Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer. Super savings are happening now at Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had
perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story. eBay.
Mixture of sun and clouds for your Wednesday, with temperatures pushing into the middle 70s by this afternoon. Temperatures will continue to warm as we go through the rest of this week, with a daily chance for an isolated to spotty shower. High temperatures push near the upper 70s to near 80, especially Friday and Saturday, with rain chances increasing for the weekend. I'm meteorologist Belle Oliver in the WVLT First Alert Weather Center.
At Ingles, we know the ever-present struggle of what for dinner this week. That's why we start the Ingles table. It's all waiting for you at ingles-markets.com. Ingles, low prices, love savings.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us as we continue today's show. Every day presented by Junk Beyond. Jason Swain is here, a VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward, and we are excited to welcome to the show David Cobb of CBS Sports. This is the busiest time of year. So, David, we appreciate you as always, but certainly right now hopping on as we're in the final week of the regular season, conference tournament time starting up as well. So you can read David's work, his colleagues' work at CBSSports.com, keeping up with college hoops. Tennessee versus Vanderbilt on Saturday is a big regular season finale. Where do those two teams stand, and where does Tennessee kind of stand as best you can tell, projecting for the NCAA tournament, and how might Saturday's game affect Tennessee's positioning one way or the other, do you think?
Yeah, there's a logjam of teams kind of in that 4 through 6 seed territory, in that range. Tennessee among them, Vanderbilt among them. And the margins there just aren't very large. So you got a lot of teams with comparable metrics in that realm of the bracket right now who could go either which direction depending on the results. So right now, as of today, we have Tennessee projected as a 5 seed. Now, over the long term, by Selection Sunday, we think they'll end up as a 6 based on our model. But, I mean, that could go the other direction, too. If they were to beat Vanderbilt, beat a couple of decent teams in the SEC tournament, it's within the realm of possibility that they could be a 4 seed. So it's up in the air. There's not maybe a huge difference in this tournament between a 4 and a 6, but the higher you can get, the better, right? So Vanderbilt's kind of in that same boat. Vanderbilt almost took a nasty loss last night. I don't know if anybody saw it. It was on SEC Network Plus, and there was nobody at that game in Oxford, Mississippi, but they had to go to OT to pull one out against Ole Miss. And by virtue of doing that, Vanderbilt's still in the mix for, kind of that 4 seed, maybe would be their ceiling.
When do you think Tennessee is at its best? Like, it's a long basketball season. We've seen teams have bad losses. We've seen teams look great at some points. But in your opinion, from watching Tennessee, what happens during the course of a basketball game for Tennessee that makes you think, all right, this is what they do when they're at their best?
Yeah, so it's the ball movement, right? Like, I think that's a huge piece of it, is when they move the ball and they get good looks, like they get really hard to beat. Because we know how good they are defensively. We know how good they are at offensive rebounding, right? But when that ball's whipping around the arc and on a string, then Tennessee gets really difficult to deal with. I do think they have some pretty good big-bodied, downhill driver type of players. I mean, Jacoby Gillespie is not even a big dude, but when he gets downhill and gets towards the rim, he's actually a little better at finishing than you might expect. And I think that's where maybe some of his football background comes into play, because he's more physical than maybe you give him credit for and can get to the rack. So that's where Tennessee is at their best. I mean, last night, they can't do this against everybody, but that poor South Carolina team had no chance in the paint against Okpara and Estrella and Carey and Brown, and it's just one after the other with that convoy of bigs that they've got. And a lot of teams you might face in the first round of the NCAA tournament, or second round maybe even, you could bully them like that. Now you get obviously to the second weekend, you're going to be up against some teams with comparable size, but that's a pretty good fallback plan for Tennessee there, is just going down low and just bruising people to death.
David Kopp, CBS Sports. Obviously, we need to know what the games are, the matchups, but you know how it works. Lose a game, especially toward March, and we get the messages of, oh, here we go, one and done, and we're not getting out of the first weekend. Do you think those bigs can be a big advantage in trying to at least get to the Sweet 16? Then at that point, you see who you have to go up against. But that first weekend, Tennessee should have a physical advantage against most teams that it will likely play based on projected seeding.
In all likelihood, worst case, right? Worst case, you're a 6. Maybe in that scenario, you run up against an 11 who is from a high major league that does have some more size. But if you're a 4 or a 5, you're going to be playing a 12 or a 13 from a mid-major conference, and they will not have the ability to hang with you inside. So in that sense, yeah, I could see where being a 4 or a 5 would be far more desirable for Tennessee, because you really eliminate the possibility of going up against an 11 seed from a high major conference at that point. So, that could be a factor to watch here down the stretch. Can you solidify yourself as a 5? Can you close strong, get to a 4? Because that could make a difference in the first round matchup. And then you get into the second round. It all depends, right? But I do like Tennessee's size and their rebounding edge. And look, Jacoby Gillespie was a point guard on a Sweet 16 team last year at Maryland, so he's been through some of these fires. I know the late game execution has not always been on point with this Tennessee team, but I am a big believer in Jacoby Gillespie, and he does have some quality March Madness experience under his belt from a year ago.
We've seen coaches complain. We've seen coaches make statements about how conference tournaments haven't necessarily helped their seeding, even when they play very well. Do you anticipate the committee adjusting a little bit, and maybe this year's conference games, having an impact on seeding? Since you look at the SEC, there's so many teams close, in that pack from 2 on. Do you see some movement there with the seeding from the SEC tournament this year versus how it has been in the past?
Yeah, it's a great question. So I was at that mock selection that they did with media in Indianapolis a couple of weeks ago, and this was a hot topic of debate because the public perception, and understandably so, is that what happens on Sunday in these conference tournament championship games with the Big Ten, with the American, and with the SEC, that it ultimately doesn't impact the bracket a whole lot. We were told and assured multiple times and shown their process for, yes, it does matter, it does count. We do have contingencies in place that account for these results on Sunday. Well, what they're not going to do is totally redo the bracket from scratch. And so maybe you don't get the full picture of how those results impact everything throughout the bracket. But they do have contingencies in place. The thing I would say is that by Sunday of conference tournament week, you're talking about games number 33, 34, 35 for a lot of these teams. And so the data isn't going to change a whole lot based on one result. But, I mean, I think about it's probably been 3 or 4 years ago now when Tennessee won the SEC tournament and they ended up as a 3 seed. And you look at the metrics even now back on that team, and it's like they deserved better than that. You could have made the case they deserved to be the fourth number 1 seed and certainly a 2 seed. But they didn't get rewarded. And the committee has been sensitive to that. They are highly, I would say, almost combative about the fact that, no, we do factor in what happens on Sunday of the conference tournament. But it is just one more data point. That conference tournament championship game really doesn't mean more necessarily than, hey, some big game you played in November. So that's one thing we've been told, too, is that November and December matter in college basketball. And if you picked up a quad 4 loss in November, it's really going to hurt you on Selection Sunday. If you pick up a big quad 1 win in November, it counts just the same then as it does in late February or March.
David Cobb, CBSSports.com, covering college basketball. The David Cobb Index, who's rising? Which teams, if you look around college basketball, are you highest on right now if we looked at the DCI?
Yeah, I mean, just in terms of a volatile team that's on the rise in this moment, I'm not calling them a contender or anything like that, but we saw a very rare 2-seed jump for Georgia as a result of its win over Alabama last night. So Bulldogs were hovering in that 8-9 seed range. We had them as our highest ranked number 9. Well, today, now they're a number 7 seed after that win. You just don't see jumps of that magnitude very often this time of year once you've got so much data in our bracketology model. So that's a big one. Georgia pretty much solidifying its spot, if there was any doubt, last night with a big win over Alabama. So that's a team to watch. Alabama was surging until that loss. They had won 8 in a row. Despite all the controversy around Bediako, that had actually detracted from the fact that they were beginning to play really good basketball. But they played some really poor defense last night, and so they are actually down back to a 4 seed today in our bracketology. If you're looking at the SEC, I mean, the one team that's really rising and really surging and really playing its best unequivocally right now is Florida. I think Florida is a serious contender to repeat as the national champion. They've been good all season. Well, now their guards are starting to hit threes, and that's going to take them from great to elite. And in fact, we're seeing that unfold right now. What they did against Arkansas this past Saturday was a merciless beatdown. And so look out. I've got Florida playing as well as Duke, Michigan, and Arizona right now. I think they are every bit as good as those 3 teams.
Do you have a player to watch in the SEC tournament?
So many. It's such a fun. It may not be the historically elite, dominant 14-team bid sort of deal like it was last year, but this SEC, it might still get more bids to the dance than any other conference in America, depending on if a couple of these bubble teams like Auburn and A&M can hang on. And A&M got a big win over Kentucky last night. So, Nate Ament, if he's back, he's genuinely a thrill to watch. Darius Acuff at Arkansas, I mean, those are 2 just fantastic freshmen right there who have helped infuse college basketball with a lot of really good energy. So I would love to see a situation where Darius Acuff gets hot in March. I think he could make Arkansas a really fun watch. And then in the SEC tournament, I mean, Auburn's going to be fighting for its life, but they have 2 electric players in Keyshawn Hall and Tahad Pettiford. And either one of those guys / both of those guys are good enough to key a run here for Auburn. And so they're going to be going to Nashville with a lot to play for. And you got 2 really talented players like that on your team. They could do some fun stuff here down the stretch.
Is there a chance we get Auburn versus Miami, Ohio in the quote-unquote play-in into the NCAA tournament?
Give it to me. Come on, let's go. Bruce Pearl had some pretty forceful remarks about why he doesn't necessarily think Miami of Ohio deserves a spot. I guess in theory you could. What would have to happen is Miami of Ohio cannot win the MAC tournament and then be sent to a first 4 game. Yeah. So what would have to happen is they would have to lose in the MAC tournament. If they lost on Friday night in the regular season finale and then lost early in the MAC tournament, I could see a scenario where they end up in the play-in. I'm not predicting that necessarily, but it could happen. Oh, that would be must watch. That would be must watch because you can really make the case either way on that. Like Auburn's played the best schedule, Miami has played the worst schedule. That's where this wins above bubble metric, the WAB, that you're starting to hear more about. It's really helpful because it allows you to compare two teams that have played vastly different schedules. Oh, that would be fantastic though if they ended up playing each other in Dayton.
They're covering it at CBSSports.com. Anything you'd like to plug out the door in terms of college basketball coverage, especially this time of year there at CBS Sports?
Well, no, they got me doing CBS Sports HQ now, so you can catch me on every Wednesday morning, Sunday and Friday evenings on there. So that's been fun, doing a little more TV and whatnot. But just real quick before I go, just obviously want to send my prayers to the Rucker family, and just real quick, just say that Wes meant a lot to me as somebody who was on the beat in college. Even as recently as a year ago at the SEC tournament, he helped me out a lot by asking Rick Barnes a question that I needed asked when I wasn't able to be in the press conference. And he's just that guy. He was that guy for a lot of folks, just always willing to help and really set the path for people like myself. I was Beacon like he was Beacon. He was Times 3 Press. I was Times 3 Press. And so he created a mold and a standard that I followed in, and I'm just so grateful that I got to be friends with Wes and just sending my love to his family.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that, David. Yeah, for those that don't know, David, as you just mentioned there, UT grad, went through the beat covering UT, and like many, made a strong connection there with Wes Rucker. So thank you for that on the way out. David, we appreciate your time as always. Thanks so much, and hopefully we can talk to you again soon. Know you're busy during this time of year with college basketball, but thank you for the time today.
Yeah, thank you guys.
David Cobb, CBS Sports, CBS Sports HQ. You heard him there as well. He hopped on our YouTube feed, so you could watch David Cobb with us today as well. We appreciate David joining us, and good insight there and where things stand for Tennessee and opportunities that still remain. Could go up, could go down with seeding based on the Vanderbilt game Saturday and what happens next week in Nashville with the SEC tournament. Thank you for being with us, 865-656-9900. If you'd like to join us on the show with Jason Swain, a VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver, I'm Josh Ward. We continue on Josh and Swain.
99.1 The Sports Animal and Coors Light are going to help you chill out and get fired up. Listen weekdays for the cue to call in to become a finalist in the Coors Light Chillin' and Grillin' Contest. You could win an awesome outdoor grill, a Yeti cooler, Coors Light swag, and a $100 gift card. Listen for your chance to chillin' and grillin' from Coors Light and the station for a hot prizes and cool contest. 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Honey, time to take advantage of those warmer days.
Uh-oh. What's next up on the honeydew?
The patio's got to get ready. The new TV is getting mounted soon.
That I can handle. Grill, the big orange, cold drinks, perfect.
And the kids and I are going to want a few family movie nights, too.
I'm Scott with his security technology. Whether it's ball games, backyard parties, or movie nights, adding audio and video turns your patio into a full-on home extension. Call 865-474-9495 or visit fallalarm.com for a free consultation.
It's been talked about, it's been waited for, and now it's happening. Southwest Airlines lands at McGee-Tyson Airport March 5th. One date, one airline that changes everything. This isn't just a new airline, it's a new way in and out of East Tennessee. Southwest Airlines, March 5th. Visit flyknoxville.com for more information.
Looking for a new or used car or wanting to lower your monthly payments? At ORNL Federal Credit Union, get a 0.50% rate discount by setting up automatic payments or direct deposit. Plus, take up to 90 days to make your first payment. Stop by, call 800-676-5328, apply online at ornlfcu.com, or ask your dealer for ORNL Federal Credit Union financing. Certain restrictions may apply. Offer cannot be combined with any other offers or promotions. Equal housing lender. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. Pro Source Home Buyers.
East Tennessee Children's Hospital begins a new chapter with a new name, bringing world-class care with more hope, more comfort, and more healing. Dolly Parton Children's Hospital is reinforcing a long-standing commitment to children and families in a bold new era for the hospital. Together, they're committed to strengthening a relationship where world-class care and a caring heart go hand in hand for children across East Tennessee and beyond. Learn more at dollychildrens.org. That's dollychildrens.org.
Some battles don't look like races. They look like early mornings, long treatments, waiting rooms. But on Saturday, March 14th, we run. Join us Saturday, March 14th at 9 a.m. at World's Fair Park for the Lucky Kidney Run, powered by DCI, to benefit the East Tennessee Kidney Foundation. Registration is now open for the fighters, for the families, for the friends who show up. Register at etkidney.org/events today.
99.1, the sports animal, and Beatty Chevrolet give you the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into the hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Jump into the buzzer-beating action by registering your bracket. And if you make the perfect pick, that's $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks correct and win $10,000.
For three for the win, yes! At the buzzer!
Register your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. The $1 Million Bracket Challenge, driven by Beatty Chevrolet. It's better at Beatty.
I'm Pat Boyle here to help you. The Thunder with the Knicks flash at the Garden, and I think the reigning MVP is primed for a big night. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander missed 9 games with an ab injury, and his first 2 games back, 36 and 30 points. He was out last night in OKC's game against the Bulls, so he's fresh. The Knicks played in Toronto last night, so I think they will have a tough time slowing SGA down. He dropped 39 and 33 points in the 2 meetings versus the Knicks last year. I'm going over on SGA's points. I'm Pat Boyle. Bet smarter and beat the books. Download the BetMGM app today.
My name is Whitney Allen, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, died. We never thought we'd ever have to use life insurance, but the unexpected happened. With Ethos, signing up was fast and 100% online. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. No medical exams, and you can get up to $3 million worth of coverage. I'm grateful we were prepared.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/game. That's ethos.com/game. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
Back on Josh and Swain, thank you for being with us in the final segment of hour number 1. More than 2 hours to go. 1 game to go in the regular season for Tennessee's men's basketball team as the Vols will host Vanderbilt. 2 o'clock tip-off at the Food City Center this upcoming Saturday.
Bring it on, man. It's always tough senior day for players to emotionally be able to kind of flip the switch and turn the page. But, luckily you don't have a ton. I mean, you got, Gillespie. I know that's going to be tough. But, we're talking about a guy that his heart was always here.
Yeah.
His heart was here for 4 years. But he's a 1-year transfer. So I don't expect for him to go out like John Fulkerson and kissing the floor at midcourt. And so I think emotionally he should be able to, kind of play through those emotions early. It's different sometimes, I think, in football when you have a 4-year player, in basketball when you have a 4-year player. But you got to get through those, and then you got to go play ball against a program that doesn't like you, you don't like them, and you beat them in the first matchup, and they're trying to get revenge to ruin your seeding for the SEC tournament and, ruin your seeding for the NCAA tournament.
A crazy note I saw yesterday from Isaac Trotter, CBS Sports. There are only 22 high major scholarship players who will celebrate senior night this week having played at just one school. In the SEC, there is one player. There is one player, Mississippi State's Sean Jones Jr., the only SEC senior to finish where he started.
What about Hubbard's not a senior? No, he's a junior, right?
Yeah. He's got one more year.
Well, he don't have to add to that number. He can come on to Rocky Top next year. But, yeah, that's a crazy.
Is that not wild? There are 16
that's
schools in the SEC. And according to Isaac Trotter, the only player in the conference that will be celebrated on senior night having finished where he started is Mississippi State's Sean Jones Jr. There's 22 in the country. So obviously less than one per school. Again, that is with the high major schools.
That's a crazy, crazy stat. And, it used to be opposite where like, oh, man, you don't see a lot of folks transferring and a lot of transfers being honored on senior night now or senior day. Now, this year, you rarely see an original be honored on senior day or senior night. So
yeah, Tennessee's had a few in the last couple of years. They had Zakai, they had Jemai Meshack, they had Josiah and Santiago Vescovi. None this year. Next year could, but again, I say could because you never know.
You never know.
With the portal coming up.
You never know. So college ball is changing. College athletics is changing. So something you got to get used to, I guess.
We will continue the conversation. Braden Gall of 440 Sports will join us. We'll talk Dawson Price of VolQuest a little bit later as we have 2 hours to go. So plenty of time remaining on the show. Every day the show is presented by Junk Be Gone, East Tennessee's junk removal specialist, online at junkbegone.biz. We'll talk some football, some college football with Braden Gall of 440 Sports. When we come back, thanks for being with us on Josh and Swain.
Westwood One Sports Talk. It's madness.
Who gets the basketball first?
Bracket busters.
12 seconds to go. Looking around.
Buzzer beaters.
And it goes in at the buzzer.
Wall-to-wall tournament talk.
National championship is in the balance. The inbound comes. Prayer pass. 5 seconds. Lays it up. Overshoots everyone. Scooped up for the win. And that'll do it. Yeah!
Westwood One Sports Talk. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
March is Truck Month at Ted Russell Ford. Get 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Discover why Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer. Super savings are happening now at Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer.
During basketball and all seasons, choose Coors Light, the official beer of chill inside Thompson Bowling Arena at Food City Center. When things heat up on the hardwood, reach for the beer that's made to chill. You'll know your Coors Light's perfectly chilled because when the mountains turn blue, it's as cold as the Rockies. Coors Light is cold lagered, cold filtered, and cold packaged for peak refreshment. Coors Light is a proud sponsor of Tennessee Athletics. Always cheer loudly and please celebrate responsibly.
Join Eric Ainge and Brian Rice on Friday, 9 to noon at Rusty Wallace Honda on Callahan Drive. Come check out the great deals on new and used vehicles at the intersection of Selection, I-75 and Callahan Drive. Friday, 9 to noon, Rusty Wallace Honda. Spring is almost sprung. Have you been putting off that demo, big or small? A rotting deck, an old shed, gazebo, mobile home, or another eyesore? Enjoy 10% off up to $100 on any demo removal this month. Give them a buzz for more information on this special offer. Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for 20 years. Call today for a free estimate. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
When there's stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Fraser's Carpet One. I remember when I was a kid sliding around in my socks on the hardwood floors in my grandparents' house. It's funny how those little memories stick with you, isn't it? Now I get to help Knoxville families create those same moments in their homes. Whether it's carpet for the playroom, hardwood in the kitchen, or luxury vinyl throughout the house, new floors are not just about style, they're about the memories your family will make for years to come. At Fraser's, we make it easy with free in-home estimates, free design consultations, and no money down with free financing for an entire year. Call 546-4850 today. Let Fraser's help you create the kind of home your kids and grandkids will always remember. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more. Fraser's.
Leaders, coaches, high performers. Are you trying to do big things in 2026?
Are there some challenges that you're facing? Well, on April 23rd, you're not going to want to miss the Knoxville Summit. The event is going to be held at Neyland Stadium. On that day, you are going to hear from some incredible speakers. But more importantly, you'll be surrounded by leaders and high performers that are trying to do big things just like you. Make sure you go to KnoxvilleSummit.com to learn more, not just about the event, but about the community that's taken over East Tennessee. Head to KnoxvilleSummit.com for ticket information.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville, streaming worldwide at 99.1 thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Minnesota Vikings need to sign Kyler Murray to be their quarterback for this season. The Vikings went 9-8 last year with J.J. McCarthy, Carson Wentz, and Max Brosmer. Imagine what they could be with Kyler Murray. And no one's saying Kyler Murray is Patrick Mahomes, but he's a top 20 quarterback. The Minnesota Vikings will make the playoffs this year if they sign Kyler Murray. That needs to happen. It needs to happen next week. I'm Nick Costos.
Chick-fil-A's new frosted sodas and floats, it's a 10 out of 10. Hey, this is Lizzie, a team member at my local Chick-fil-A, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and new frosted sodas and floats is how well they go together. You will love having your favorite soda blended with our creamy ice stream to make a new frosted soda or float. With the mix of the ice stream and soda fizz, it's so delicious, I call it Fizzalicious.
Order a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich and a new frosted soda and float at your local Chick-fil-A restaurant. Real team member paid for their testimonial.
Spring savings start early at Lowe's. Get a Cobalt 24-volt max leaf blower for just $99. It's powerful, lightweight, and ready to go. Plus, get 4 bags of Stay Green 1 cubic foot garden soil for just $10. Don't wait. Get everything you need to start on your spring projects today. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 3/4. Soil offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Welcome into hour number 2 of Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Jason Swain is here. I'm Josh Ward. Every day we're presented by Junk Be Gone. And we get to go to the Stanley Fencing Gates hotline to say hello to Braden Gall of 440 Sports. Joins us each week. Braden, good to talk to you as always. How are you today?
Doing well, boys. How are we?
Hey, we're doing very well. You're with 440 Sports. You've been in the media for quite some time, a veteran, I would say, at this point. You've had a number of sponsors in your day. I think I just mentioned a couple to start out the segment on our show. And we're seeing more and more sponsorships in college athletics. The latest that's been publicized, the Tyson Foods patch that's coming to Arkansas athletics and the Arkansas team jerseys that we'll see this upcoming football season. What do you think of this latest trend that we're seeing? LSU, I think, maybe the first to get a deal done when the rule was changed to allow it.
So number one, I love personally that it's Arkansas from like a strategic standpoint. I've been waiting. They feel like the program in the conference that has the most resources sitting on the sidelines that they can leverage to create success. That they are the ones that have had the most, like Northwest Arkansas is extremely wealthy, especially relative to the rest of the state. They have a great fan base, tons of people there, great support for all the other sports, whether it's basketball or baseball or whatever. Softball is excellent. And so this has always been the program that stands to benefit the most from the new rules. And so what that arrangement was like, I was told at the beginning of last year that like all the boosters, all the donors, and all the big money is keeping their powder dry because they want to invest in the next guy and not Sam Pittman. That is what it is. But this is clear what's happening here. And so I love that it's comprehensive. I love that it is totally integrated. I just, as a brand, as someone who works with local advertisers to sort of build a connection with our audience and with their customers and keep it all cohesive, I think it's a beautiful integration across the entire, fields and uniforms and press conferences. And I assume there's going to be tons of activities for student athletes. That's where that's where most of the money of the contract is going. This is a contract that could get into the 9 figures. It could reach $100 million potentially. I don't think it's there yet, but I think it's close. And ultimately, my only real complaint is I think the logo they screwed up, but that's like 16 years of working for a graphic design company. Like, I'm a nerd about this stuff. Like, I don't know, you didn't need the yellow trim. You didn't need the word foods on there. If you just put Tyson centered in the middle of a red logo, make the trim white, then it actually matches the uniform, which is even cooler because it feels like it's not as invasive for the audience. So a huge home run for Arkansas, and I would hope that that's the kind of thing that allows them to quickly elevate themselves to compete the way Ole Miss has done this, or a variety of other teams around college football. And if I'm Auburn, for example, I am watching closely. If I'm South Carolina, I'm watching closely. Like, programs that have states with sort of fewer big businesses, but lots of passionate fans and enough money to do it. There's we could have fun, picking names and, brands to match with programs and stuff. So, Tennessee's got their partnerships, but this is a singular big whale. And if you're a program like Arkansas, that's what you need. That's what they got. And I think it's going to lead to success.
Tennessee was really careful about their corporate sponsorship and partnership with Pilot, preserving Neyland Stadium. Is there a program out there that probably needs to be really, really careful about putting a logo or patch on a uniform because the uniform is so prestigious?
It's funny, like, that you ask it that way, because I think that is the right way to ask it, but it also sort of is like a backhanded compliment, because I think it's Texas and like Alabama, and it's because they're like look down their noses at everybody else to some degree. They're sort of holier than thou about it all. And so, we were thinking about, there's a massive, large gas station company that's very well known, that has an incredible brand, that has a very recognizable logo, that is all across sort of Alabama and Tennessee and across the Southeast, that, people love the bathrooms and the beef jerky. And I think what's interesting is, that wouldn't work at Texas. It's a Texas-based company, but I don't think it works at Texas. I think it's a little too cheeky, literally, to be for Texas. I think it works at Auburn. I think it works at a place like Arkansas. I think it works at a place like South Carolina. I think it works. There's certain places that the brands match up. And honestly, that's not any different than anything else in life. If you're going to partner with another business, you want those visions and those sort of brand images to align and to sort of be on the same page about everything in general. But yeah, if I'm Alabama, if I'm Texas, I'm probably going, we can be very, very selective with what we want to be, because our brands are so big. And frankly, the brands are prestigious, but they're also a little, they're also holier than thou about their own uniforms and their own brands. So,
yeah.
Braden Gall, 440 Sports. What stood out with the news that Mitch Barnhart will retire as AD there at Kentucky after a long run with the Wildcats in that position?
Oh, I'm kind of getting to the end of schools crying about how poor they are. Kentucky has just spent $36 million to move on from Mark Stoops. Not saying it wasn't the right strategy, but it's a lot of waste there, a lot of inefficiency. And you just, for good measure, you're going to put another $1 million on top and make sure he gets his health insurance and his country club membership. I personally, I don't care, but I know that there are financial implications in our sport right now, where college football programs are trying to keep up with certain things. And, we've so many things need to be fixed. The financing is broken, just like everything else in college football, except for the games themselves on Saturdays. Those things are still amazing. But, we have no money. Oh, here's $1 million every year just go play golf and like drink bourbon and leave us alone. Like that's a colossal waste of resources.
Braden, what else stands out to you before you go in terms of what you're talking about now or you think we'll be talking about in the next couple of weeks as some spring practices are getting going or will get going? It's about that time in the sport. There will be football in the middle of all these other conversations we have.
Yeah, I sure hope it's football. Like I sat down like this week to do our show. SEC Football Live everywhere you get your podcasts, and you can watch us on YouTube, 440 Sports. I sat down like on Monday. I was like, what? Like, I really want to spend time talking about football this week. Like, let's ignore the noise and let's really focus on what's going on. Like, what are the things that I'm most interested in on the field, whether that's offensive line play or new coordinators or quarterback battles or road schedules. Like, there's so much stuff that we used to spend, like, I mean, I remember doing, space radio at this time of year and spending it like exclusively on depth charts. And like, those are days gone by, guys. And so we sat down to do the show and I'm like, well, no, we need to talk about like the state of Mississippi tax law. We got to talk about complete comprehensive sponsorships in Arkansas. We've got to talk about, buyout clauses for athletic directors that John Calipari hates at Kentucky. And we've got to talk about 50 people at 4:00 on a Friday sitting at the White House trying to solve the college football problem with like the president of the Yankees and the Secretary of State. Like, is there anything going on in the Secretary of State's life right now that maybe he should be focused on? It's insane that this is like a whole week of news. I don't get to talk about anything on the field. So next week on the show, I'm doing everything on the field. And I am hopeful that that's the stuff that starts to take over. I have my serious doubts about that. I have a feeling we are going to be in this mode for a long time in the offseason. And one of the big problems is we simply don't know who's on the rosters. When training camp opens, how many players can you guarantee on any given roster in the SEC are going to be on that roster today versus at the start of camp at, first week of August? And I mean, 75%, 80% of the roster, like, how many starting lineups can you project accurately right now? It's hard to do.
So they're going to be talking about what's happening maybe on the field, definitely off the field. That is a guarantee for all of us, realistically. 440 Sports, I know you plugged in. Anything else to mention before we let you go there with 440?
Yeah, NHL trade deadline on Friday, so Gold Standard, that's going to be up today. I'm going to have a big story coming tomorrow about the future of the Nashville Predators broadcast. So if you care about hockey, you're going to want to read that. That's coming tomorrow, Lower Broad Hockey. You can catch the show. Nashville SC up and running. We got a women's national team game tonight. That match on Sunday was in Nashville, so we're going to talk a little bit about that on Club and Country. Tons of free agency news as we head into free agency for the NFL next week. Tennessee Titans coverage on a football show. All of this you can watch on 440 Sports YouTube page, 440, or you can listen to it on any podcast app of choice. Give us a follow on the socials as well.
Nashville is a happening place. They're covering what's happening throughout the state of Tennessee. 440 Sports. Hey, Braden, we appreciate the time as always. Thanks so much. We'll talk to you again soon.
Yeah, boys. Be good.
Thanks, Braden. Braden Gall joining us on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We'll keep the conversation moving, and we will get to Tennessee football with Austin Price of VolQuest next. He'll join us when we come back on Josh and Swain.
Everything is more expensive than before, except for the sports animal. Always free on the air and on the stream. 99.1, the sports animal.
A.G. Hines Company. For more than 100 years, since great-grandfather Albert Hines first opened the doors back in 1920, the best construction companies East Tennessee have used their building materials. But when it comes to your do-it-yourself projects, they're also the best first stop you can make thanks to their prices, selection of tools, and their experience. Visit their century-old business on Hines Street in downtown Knoxville. For 4 generations, they've been the area's most trusted supplier with building materials and tools. A.G. Hines Company. Building materials since anyone can remember.
Why is eczema becoming such a common problem now? Could contaminants in the water be aggravating the problem? Listen to Paul's review. Our 3-year-old daughter had struggled her entire life with severe eczema. We'd tried so many things with little to no relief, and honestly, we felt helpless. We decided to install the AquaClear water system with nothing but hope and prayers that it might help. I can say, without hesitation, that it has completely changed our lives. My daughter's skin is now completely clear, and the difference in her is unbelievable. She's happier, more comfortable, and truly a different child. It's hard to put in words how much this has improved her quality of life. If I hadn't experienced this firsthand, I don't think I would have believed it. What's even more shocking is realizing how harmful toxins in our water can affect us. I am so grateful for AquaClear. They didn't just install a system, they gave my daughter relief and gave us peace of mind. This has been life-changing for our family.
We'll change your water. It'll change your life.
It's a new year, time for new goals. At the YMCA of East Tennessee, there's something for everyone to kickstart your journey to health and happiness. From basketball to swimming, weightlifting to yoga, and group classes and childcare, the Y has everything your family needs, all under one roof. With 5 convenient locations in Knoxville, you're never far from a place where everyone belongs. Discover a community that supports you and find the best version of yourself. Join the Y today, where New Year's goals become lifelong habits. The YMCA of East Tennessee, for a better us. Learn more or join online at ymcaknoxville.org.
It's the moment you dream of, the moment you work for, train for, run wind sprints when nobody's watching for, the moment when hours of gym time, court time, prep time, all culminate into this time, the moment when millions of bounces, blocks, and boards all add up to this, your moment. Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Ready to conquer your lawn this season? Spartan Mowers has your back with huge spring savings. Right now, get up to $2,500 off Spartan Mowers with rebates starting at $1,000. Whether you're upgrading or buying your first zero turn, there's never been a better time to go Spartan. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Visit watersequipmentco.com today and unleash your inner warrior. Waters Equipment, 865-238-9000, 865-238-9000, proud supporter of UT Athletics.
Don't forget your backpack.
Morning mayhem, and you're already late? When life feels like a bases-loaded inning with homework, practices, and nonstop schedules, the last thing you need to worry about is the safety of your home. His Security and Technology brings you state-of-the-art monitoring, lightning-fast response, and the best customer service at a price that fits your game plan. Protect what matters most with a free assessment and no contracts ever. Call 865-474-9495 or visit valalarm.com.
Spring is almost sprung. Have you been putting off that demo, big or small? A rotting deck, an old shed, gazebo, mobile home, or another eyesore? Enjoy 10% off up to $100 on any demo removal this month. Give them a buzz for more information on this special offer. Junk Be Gone has proudly been the #1 junk removal company for 20 years. Call today for a free estimate. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
When there's stuff that you want gone, give a buzz to Junk Be Gone.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Sitting next to VFL and former Tennessee wide receiver Jason Swain, I'm Josh Ward. We're presented by Junk Be Gone, and we continue our conversation on the Stanley Fencing and Gates Hotline. We welcome to the show Austin Price. You can read his work, see the coverage from Austin and his colleagues at volquest.com. He joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. They can make your next event stand out with their massive mobile LED screens and audio system that they can bring to your location. Learn more online at colossalproductions.com. Austin, thank you for the time as always. We know that there will be a quarterback battle to talk about over the next couple of weeks leading up to spring practice and then through the rest of the offseason. What else are you going to be paying attention to in terms of position battles with Tennessee football when they start up spring practice here in a little less than 2 weeks now?
It's a great question, Josh. You look at some different things. I mean, whether the depth at linebacker, just kind of seeing how everybody's jockeying for position there. The secondary, you feel good about Ty Redmond, Kayan Lee, probably being the opposite corner there, and then who's the number 3 corner? Who does somebody who was on the roster a year ago step up? Is it simply the kid from Miami? Richard, the safety position, what does that look like? Offensively, my eyes aren't going to really be as much on that side of the ball as it is defense, just because there's so much, change on the defensive side of the ball that you're kind of like, okay, let's see where this person's at. Let's see where that person's at. Okay, this person was here a year ago. What do they look like under the new scheme? What does this transfer look like? On the defensive side of the ball, it's like, okay, offensive line maybe a little bit. I get quarterbacks, obviously the obvious answer overall, but offensively you're not really looking at too many positions like you are on the defensive side.
I want to back up a little bit. I know spring football like the next event for Tennessee fans and Tennessee football fans, but there was an announcement a couple days ago that could affect Tennessee in their recruiting. So I want to ask you about it. Baylor School there in Chattanooga announced their partnership with Adidas, Tennessee's Adidas. Is this something that matters, or am I trying too hard here?
No, it certainly does not hurt. I think David Gabriel Georges will have the opportunity to be an Adidas athlete, much like Tristan Keys has been, like other kids are. And obviously Tennessee is an Adidas school, and those Adidas ambassadors, do get some perks in the NIL world. And I don't think it hurts. I don't think it makes him a lock to Tennessee, though, either, right? I mean, both things can be true. Like, it helps Tennessee. It doesn't hurt Tennessee, but it doesn't make him a lock to Tennessee. Ohio State is still a preeminent national brand, and they're certainly going to swing big at BGG. But I think this definitely helps Tennessee. But you know what else helps Tennessee, Jason? The fact he's super close with Jamie and Theodore, Gabe Osinda, two kids from Chattanooga Baylor who are now, going through spring practice, or will be, here in a few weeks, going through winter workouts on Tennessee's football team. Joakim Dodson, same thing. He knows people here. He's just down the road. It's easy for him to come up and just hang out with his buddies over the next 9 months before he enrolls in a school and finishes out his career at Baylor. So I think that helps as well. Again, this one's going to go a while, but Tennessee's deep in this one, and I like where they're at as we sit here in early March.
We're talking to Austin Price, VolQuest.com. He joins us each week thanks to Colossal Productions. And I started looking ahead to spring practice. They're in a very important time right now. They're in the middle of winter workouts, and that's with a new strength coach and strength program. Early on, but do you hear about changes? Do you hear about what Derek Owings is trying to get done as he's implementing his strength program here in his first winter as Tennessee's head strength coach?
Yeah, I had him out on Beyond the Orange. I thought it was very insightful. If you've not had a chance to watch that, go to a watch or a listen on VolQuest YouTube channel. He's implementing a lot of changes, whether it be, the little things. Again, this doesn't make you win games, but it does make you in better shape. It's a small piece to the puzzle. Getting rid of full sugar Gatorades, basically eliminating fried foods out of Smokies. It's not like they could go in there and just eat, French fries and hamburgers every day. But occasionally they did have Fish Friday or whatever. Like eliminating that. Like as he said, if it ran or jumped or swam and isn't fried, then eat it. That's kind of his motto to his players. And so trying to, obviously make them, physically tougher, physically bigger. And I think that's, I think he's seen it. As he said, when I got here, we had to make some big jumps, but because Tennessee's got a roster full of guys who were highly recruited, and there's a want to there, they've been quick to adjust to the change. And I think that goes a long way when you're trying to implementing so much, I guess a different philosophy in a short time.
Was that the biggest thing that stood out to you in your conversations with him, whether it was on camera, off camera, or was there something else?
Yeah, I joked on our podcast for tomorrow on VolQuest, and he started talking about the zero sugar Gatorades and stuff, and I said, I love a zero sugar Powerade, and he was like, yeah, well, that has fructose corn syrup, and I was like, well, good. I patted myself on the back because I'm drinking these zero sugar, and then he said, no, I'm gonna punch you in the gut with, there was something wrong with it. So I'm impressed by just how meticulous Derek Owings is in his approach. He's a very smart guy. He constantly, in talking to him, knows what kids' current weights are and what their current speed is on the GPS. And I'm talking I talked to him last week, and he rattled off 10, 12 kids with their current weight and their current speed of GPS. And I'm like, that's impressive. You remember. I'm not saying you can't remember, a couple that are going to stick out. Like right now, everybody's paying attention to George McIntyre's way, right? But, I mean, he was rattling off players X, Y, Z, D, E, F, and G, and then what they ran on the GPS compared to what they've been running. Like, he's just a guy who is fully bought in, fully ingrained. He bought a house right near campus because he wants to be able to be in the facility as quick as possible because he knows he's going to be coming and going and be there a lot. He's all in, and Josh Heupel has given him, a lot of autonomy to make a lot of decisions, and that includes the nutritionist. He's over Katie O'Connor. She reports to him. He's calling a lot of shots over there, and he's seen it firsthand the last couple of years. Some of the decisions he's made have had success at Indiana, and he's able to implement what he did here, and is hoping for the same result.
Do you get asked more about the quarterback battle or the weight update of George McIntyre more often, as you mentioned that subject a moment ago?
I would tell you wait, Josh, because I think a lot of people have just kind of assumed that George is going to be the guy because he was here for a year. I think that's a bad assumption to make. I think George does have a slight inside track because he does have time on task in the system, but number of reps with the first team is the same. I mean, number of reps with the second team isn't a whole lot different. It's more so just being in the system, knowing how to practice, what they like in practice, all those type things that Faison's going to have to try to figure out. Again, George is about 200. Faison's 215. Faison physically is bigger. He's 6'4", 215, whereas George is 6'6", 200. So, this is a time where George has to continue to get bigger. He needs to be 210, sometime by May. In the perfect world, he's just got to keep on the weight as best he can. I think because of his dietary restrictions, due to allergies and such, like they finally got that honed in. And so, like every time he weighs, Josh, it's a personal record for him on weight, right? And I think for him, it's just about getting bigger to be able to withstand the punishment. But I think right now he does have a slight leg up just because of time on task in the system, but that does not mean he is a locked-in going to be Tennessee starter. This is a total open competition, and he's going to have to go out and earn it and win it.
What was your opinion on the Tennessee football film room, Josh Heupel, Mike Keith, talking about the wide receivers? I thought it was pretty great timing considering the combine and the evaluation period for Chris Brazzell.
Yeah, I think you go back to the combine interviews, and Chris Brazzell had to correct multiple reporters who don't listen. I'm not going to sit here and act like I know football like I'm some savant, because I'm not. That's not what I do or what I am. But a lot of people just assumed it was the same offense, right? Because they watch Tennessee play one game and the rest is just they see scores or some highlights. They aren't watching it week in, week out to understand that they made a lot of changes. They did a lot of different things to kind of kill this narrative out there that it doesn't translate. A lot of the stuff they were doing a year ago was more NFL friendly, more what players are going to see at the next level. And so I think for Josh Heupel and company to come out and be able to explain it, show it, all that helps. Obviously, Joey and Chris Brazzell, specifically Brazzell, who played in both years of the system, the Nico system and then the Joey system, which were two different deals, and being able to say, hey, this is where it's different, this is where it was better. I think all that stuff does help. And listen, at the end of the day, what Josh Heupel really needs is Chris Brazzell to get drafted somewhere in the first round, and then Chris Brazzell to go play like a first-round draft pick. Because if that happens, it definitely helps the ability to recruit, and it helps the narrative that you're trying to kind of combat right now.
Austin Price out the door. Anything else that we missed or that's on the horizon coming up here in the next few weeks, maybe before spring practice does begin March 16th?
He's got Tennessee baseball coverage today. Mike Wilson will have you covered there. Eric Kane had you covered yesterday. Grant Ramey had you covered from Columbia, South Carolina. Tennessee's big win. Then they had the other pieces fall in line to where Tennessee now controls its own destiny heading into the weekend to get a double bye in Nashville. Carlin Pickens, Brent Hubbs with the news just, right about the time we started. She is day-to-day with a shoulder strain or arm strain. And so that's good news for Karen Weekly and the number one ranked Lady Vols football team. But it's nothing structural, nothing major, and it's just more about, resting it. And I'd say I'm sure they'll be plenty cautious with her for the next little bit.
Yes, the health moving forward with Carlin Pickens, vital. Understatement with Tennessee's season, which is off to a spectacular start. So they have you covered on a number of different sports, football included at volquest.com. Austin joins us every week thanks to Colossal Productions. Austin, thank you. We appreciate the time. We'll talk to you again soon.
Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.
Austin Price joining us, as I mentioned, thanks to Colossal Productions. You'll thank them if you are putting together a big event. They can bring their massive mobile screens to you. That's the key. They're mobile. They can bring them to you for your event, watch party. We're going to have some hoops games to watch here in the next few weeks. Right. You can set up a watch party with Colossal Productions. Go online, very easy to connect at colossalproductions.com. Colossalproductions.com. You think Derek Owings would approve of my plain pancake approach?
Yeah, he probably would give you a better option than a pancake, but he would.
That's right.
He would say.
You know that you have protein pancakes these days. You got all kinds of things.
He would say that eating it without syrup is better than eating it with syrup.
Yeah, I like to scoop some Greek yogurt into the batter before making the pancakes. You ever do that?
No, Josh. No. You know what I do with Greek yogurt? I just eat it. I don't put it in pancakes. Okay?
Okay.
I put the ingredients that's in the recipe in the pancakes.
Okay. Hey, that's okay. I'm just doing a little journalism over here, asking questions. It's okay.
I don't know what I'm going to do with you, man. I don't know what I'm going to do with you.
Well, it's probably going to take a group effort. We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be part of the show. We have 90 minutes to go, plenty of time, and we invite you to join us as we continue every day, presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
Be here this afternoon at 5 for 30 uninterrupted minutes of talking sports. Breaking only to give you 30-second traffic updates and then straight back to sports. No Huddle, powered by USS, proud Vol sponsor and foundation expert United Structural Systems. For all your foundation and waterproofing needs.
They guarantee their best.
Call USS. No Huddle this afternoon at 5.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Amish Elegance Fine Custom Furniture, beautiful furniture, and many different beautiful options. They have a ton, when you stop in the showroom, a ton of different options to help enhance any part of your home, your living space, your office space, things like art or some additions to your room like a side table you want to add to your living room, or, again, any space inside your home. And they can build anything you need. Everything is bench made. The furniture is handcrafted. When you shop at Amish Elegance, you can sit down with the team. You can see inside their showroom all these different options they have. You might find something there, but they can help customize anything you need. All the specifications, the type of wood, the color, the shape, the exact size. Figure out all the specifications for what you need. Hand those plans over to the Amish families they work with to build a beautiful piece of furniture that will be designed exactly for what you need, and it will be built to last. Built to last for generations. It will be delivered with care from Amish Elegance. You can go online to AmishElegance.com or stop by 613 North Campbell Station Road in Farragut at Amish Elegance Fine Custom Furniture.
This has been a paid announcement.
You already know that Miller Brothers Auto Repair offers services from transmissions and engines to oil change and routine maintenance. What you may not know is Miller Brothers Collision Center can handle all your collision repair needs. Our certified technicians will make your damaged car look brand new. We accept all insurance. If you bend it, we can mend it. Miller Brothers is located on Tazewell Pike right here in Knoxville, and we're proud supporters of the Tennessee Vols. Call us at 689-5072. That's 689-5072. 5072.
If you owe back taxes, listen carefully to rule number 1. Never go up against the IRS alone. They're cracking down, freezing bank accounts, garnishing paychecks, canceling passports. Even your home or business could be at risk. But here's what they don't tell you. The IRS has powerful tax relief programs that could save you thousands if you qualify. That's why smart people call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. Nobody knows these programs like the experts at Optima. Their team of tax attorneys and licensed professionals have resolved over $2 billion in tax debt for people just like you. The IRS is not stopping, so don't wait and don't take them on alone. For tax help you need, for tax help you can trust, call Optima today for a free consultation.
Call 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744. 800-410-6744.
Optima Tax Relief. Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
At Enrichment Federal Credit Union, we believe loyalty should be rewarded. That's why every member gets an ownership rewards account. No sign-ups, no fine print, just real rewards for everyday banking. Use your debit or credit card for everyday purchase and watch the cashback rewards roll in. Each month, your cashback rewards are deposited into your ownership rewards account. And with a 5.12% APY, your money doesn't just sit, it grows. Enrichment Federal Credit Union, where loyalty pays and everyday spending earns.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. ProSource Home Buyers.
This report is sponsored by eBay.
So I was on eBay because I'm absolutely obsessed
with this rare hologram trading card. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. eBay had it. They even had the
perfect parts that fit my car.
Millions of finds, each with a story.
eBay. Mixture of sunny clouds for your Wednesday. Could see a few stray isolated showers, but the big thing for today is going to be those warm temperatures. Middle 70s for afternoon highs. We continue to build that heat going into the rest of this week with near record-breaking warmth, especially Friday and Saturday as temperatures push near 80. I'm meteorologist Belle Oliver in the WVLT First Alert Weather Center.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call Valley Plumbing at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
Fair, honest sports conversation from 2 guys that define credibility. Here's Josh and Swain on 99.1, the Sports Animal.
This is Josh and Swain. Thanks for being with us. Always appreciate hearing from Turkey Man. He likes to put blackberry jelly on his pancakes.
On his pancakes. Key
and he
word,
said, don't forget the butter and syrup. So is that all 3, Turkey Man? Blackberry jelly and butter and syrup?
I can't do all 3. I'll be shaking.
Turkey Man's wild.
Yeah.
That's a lot for a Wednesday there, Turkey Man.
Yeah, we can start calling Turkey Man Wild Turkey. Because
yeah,
that's a little much right there.
He suggested a segment of Cooking with Josh and Swain. What do you think?
I mean, some of your stuff, you really don't even, you're not even cooking.
Yeah, I don't know that I'd fill up a whole segment.
No.
We'd have to fill some time.
No. but hey, you eat what you want to eat, how you want to eat it, Josh Ward.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. You be you, you do you.
That's right. 100%.
Is the typical approach here on Josh and Swain.
That doesn't mean I'm going to not say what I want to say.
Sure, yeah.
But
Still allowed to have opinions.
Hey, you do you, Josh Ward. I'm going to do me.
Yeah, Kirk says chocolate syrup.
You got it. You got it. Give me a little drizzle of maple. That's all I need.
I do like a little flavor inside. So like you go blueberry pancakes or waffles, or banana pancakes, very popular.
Yeah, blueberry. Blueberries are great.
Yeah, just drop them in, mix them up.
I'm with you. I
go.
agree with you. I'm right there with you, my man.
Okay.
Yeah, but Derek Owens would approve of you just eating the blueberries straight.
Oh, and Sid, by the way, says Greek yogurt and pancake batter, severely underrated. So Sid's got my back. How about that?
Well, everybody got their back, Josh.
Everybody's got their back.
Yeah.
Don't know for sure what that means, but
still don't know.
We can confirm it. 865-656-9900. Tennessee's basketball team was back in action last night. How about that blowout win at South Carolina?
You got to be embarrassed if you're South Carolina.
Yeah.
That was a dunk fest.
Yeah.
That was a dunk fest out there for South Carolina. And
yeah, because when a team comes in, like if they come into your house and they're just raining threes, you can at least do the, well, what are we going to do?
Yeah, I mean,
the shots were just going in. But when you're getting dunked on all over the place, that's pretty tough.
Yeah. I mean, it was dunks. I mean, you got JP Estrella leaning, cocking that thing back like he Vince Carter.
Yeah.
Estrella, I mean, he didn't even change facial expressions when he was dunking. It got boring to him. It was one of those nights where it was just fun to just be able to set your teammates up. Guys on the sideline was having a good time, cheering their expressions on every single dunk. I wonder how many dunks Tennessee had total. I saw the interview with Ron Slay afterwards. Why did I see it? Because it was an early game, and I got a chance to chill and watch the post game.
By the way, not to get off track, but the 6 p.m. tip-off
like
is the way. That is the way.
I was thrown off a little bit. I actually missed like the first 10 minutes. I had to go back and watch it because I was doing stuff. It was early, and so that was pleasant for sure. But Ron was talking to JP after the game, and JP was like, I don't think I had that many dunks. Well, he knew for a fact he didn't have that many dunks in a game since high school. So yeah, that was fun. That was fun to just to witness and watch our guys have fun.
When Ron yesterday during the sleigh ride, you can go back and listen in our podcast feed when he was telling the story of dunking on Thaddeus Holden in practice.
Yeah.
I was a little offended, but also mostly jealous when Ron mentioned, I saved my dunks for the games. What a place to be in life where you decide, do I dunk in practice or do I dunk in games? I remember when Jordan McRae, because he could get up, Jordan was a high flyer, when he mentioned he kind of got, I'm paraphrasing, but kind of got tired of the expectation that he would deliver all these dunks. Cause
well, it hurt.
Physically, it's hard. It's hard on you. It can hurt.
Hand.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard Anthony Edwards say that, he doesn't like dunking because it hurts, but like you kind of have to. I mean, you have to go up with authority, and not get your shot blocked. You got to dunk. So, some guys enjoy it because that's really all to their game. Other guys that have an expanded game, like Anthony Edwards, I mean, they can do other things to beat you. So, I just couldn't imagine being that tall and ever not dunking.
Right.
When I have the opportunity.
Yeah, that's mainly why I stuck to layups, to preserve my hands. Didn't want to hurt him.
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure. Because I mean that's a lot of air, Josh. To get up there, anything can happen, man. That's how you get injured.
Yeah, you land awkwardly when somebody gets underneath.
Yeah. We'd hate for that to happen.
Think long term.
Yeah, man.
That's what we're about.
Yeah, I don't want you to get hurt. Yeah, that'd be terrible, man. So yeah, you stick to layups, Josh. It's probably safer for you. You do have a choice, by the way. I'm not saying that because you don't have a choice. You have a choice.
Yeah, life is a series of choices.
Yeah, just stick to layups, man. It's a lot safer for you.
Okay. Kentucky basketball, by the way. They're not happy again.
Well, I ain't happy either. I'm tired of everybody else beating Kentucky. I want to beat Kentucky. I mean, Alabama loses to Georgia. Kentucky out here losing to A&M, and we beat those teams that we couldn't beat.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of it. I'm frustrated. I'm supposed to be happy that they lost, but I ain't happy. I wanted to beat them.
Yeah. Well, remember, they beat Tennessee February 7th to sweep the season series, but right after that lost 3 in a row, and they've now lost 4 of 6, including last night against Texas A&M. So I think you pointed out, it appears Tennessee broke Kentucky.
Yep. Mm-hmm. That's what happens, man.
Yeah.
That's what happens, when you go against those Vols.
Yeah.
It's like SEC football, right? Like you play a physical game, mentally exhausting.
Right.
You're trying so hard to beat an opponent, and then you beat that team, right? And then because that game was so emotional, like it affects you the next game, and then you lose to an inferior team. That's what happened to Kentucky. They're out here losing to inferior teams because they, use so much energy trying to beat their biggest rival in basketball.
Kentucky will finish its regular season against Florida. Good luck in that one, by the way, this Saturday.
What's up with the pause? Well, what took you so long to say something? You don't agree with my theory?
No, I thought you made such a good point and offered such a good theory that I wanted it to kind of sit there and marinate for everybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Just wanted to make sure.
Yep. Or that take might have been so hot, needed it to cool off a little bit before I jump back.
I mean, I gave you an example of how it happens in different
that's
sports.
A good point.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm not saying that's the case here, but I gave you an example of when it does happen.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yep. Just like I chose not to dunk to save my hands and avoid potential injuries in the future.
I mean, I believed you.
Preservation, that is the key. 865-656-9900 is the number if you would like to call or text to be part of the show. Rudy says strawberry preserves with butter on the pancakes. Everybody's got different flavor choices.
No wrong.
Chocolate gravy also getting a shout-out from Turkey Man.
On what? On pancakes?
Maybe anything.
Turkey Man, that's too country. You too country, Turkey Man. You come on in the city a little bit. Chocolate gravy on pancakes?
Dustin says, Josh, no way your hand should hurt. Fisher-Price only makes plastic rims.
Oh, man, it must be pollen in here. How do you get pollen in here?
I'm hurt all right. We'll come back, 865-656-9900 to be part of the show. We appreciate all the interaction. We are presented by Junk Beyond on Josh and Swain.
From the Budweiser studios of The Sports Animal, we are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
Hey, it's Ange for Chafee, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. It's time to get healthy with Chafee. How about an Induct air purifier? Unlike standard filters that only catch dust, this professional-grade unit actively kills viruses and bacteria, odors, and allergens. How about a whole-home water filtration system? We have one at the Ainge household. This system treats water at the source to provide several key benefits. Removes chlorine, saves your appliances, and softer skin and hair. Find out more by going to Chafee's website, coolingheatingplumbing.com.
We're buying a home.
We're buying a home.
We're buying a home.
Buying a home is big and life-changing. At Knoxville TVA Employees Credit Union, we do home loans right. And East Tennessee agrees. We've been voted best mortgage lender for years. Find out why we're your best financial partner for home loans. Learn more at tvacreditunion.com.
Join us now.
Equal Housing Opportunity Lender. NMLS 1679911.
Do you want your next event to be the one they'll be talking about for years? Whether a watch party, wedding, tailgate, or corporate event, it's time to make your event legendary. With Colossal Productions, future celebrations will never be the same after you experience one of our colossal 14 or 16-foot video walls. Whether a business owner, event planner, or party thrower, Colossal Productions has a video wall that will make your next get-together unlike any other. See the visuals for yourself at colossalproductions.com and book yours today. Colossal Productions, where every event becomes legendary.
99.1, The Sports Animal, and Beatty Chevrolet give you the $1 Million Bracket Challenge. This year, we're stepping into the hysteria by giving you the chance to win $1 million. Jump into the buzzer-beating action by registering your bracket. And if you make the perfect pick, that's a $1 million bracket. Get 60 picks correct and win $10,000.
For 3 for the win. Yes! At the buzzer!
Register your bracket today at 991thesportsanimal.com. The $1 Million Bracket Challenge, driven by Beatty Chevrolet. It's better at Beatty.
Some battles don't look like races. They look like early mornings, long treatments, waiting rooms. But on Saturday, March 14th, we run. Join us Saturday, March 14th at 9 a.m. at World's Fair Park for the Lucky Kidney Run, powered by DCI, to benefit the East Tennessee Kidney Foundation. Registration is now open for the fighters, for the families, for the friends who show up. Register at etkidney.org/events today.
Call Zero Res Carpet Cleaning to handle your spring cleaning this year. You can mention me, Tyler Ivins from the Sports Animal, and you're going to get 3 rooms of carpet clean for $109, plus a free hallway. Zero Res. It's the right way to clean.
Slow drains, gurgling, and bad odors may seem minor, but left unattended, they can turn into a plumbing emergency fast. Don't let a clogged drain become a disaster. Keep things moving smoothly with Pipe Wrench's $99 drain clearing, guaranteed to work, or it's free. Our certified plumbers arrive prepared with the tools and expertise to clear even the most stubborn clogged drains. And with our same-day service guarantee, you get fast relief without the inconvenience of waiting. Have more than just a clogged drain? We also offer free on-site estimates and free second opinions on repairs. Your comfort isn't just our job, it's our promise. Schedule your $99 drain clearing online today at pipewrench.com. If we can't clear it, you don't pay. Pipe Wrench Home Services, trusted in Knoxville, Maryville, Oak Ridge, and neighboring communities for over 20 years. Same-day service guaranteed, or the visit is free. For residential main lines only, requires clean-out access. Visit pipewrench.com for details.
March is Truck Month at Ted Russell Ford. Get 0% financing for 60 months, 0 down, and 0 payments for 90 days. Discover why Ted Russell Ford is East Tennessee's #1 volume Ford dealer. Super savings are happening now at Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer.
Back on Josh and Swain, final segment of hour number 2, with you until 3 o'clock this afternoon. Thanks for being with us, 865-656-9900, as we continue the conversation. Last segment discussing Tennessee's big basketball win last night in terms of blowing out South Carolina, bottom team in the SEC. Bigger game for sure in terms of importance coming up Saturday at home against Vanderbilt. The Lady Vols will begin SEC tournament play tomorrow night against the winner of Alabama and Missouri. So the women's tournament underway. One more men's game coming up today, but most games were yesterday, with the final regular season Saturday coming up here in, what's today, Wednesday? 3 days. So we're getting closer there. Baseball this afternoon, they'll take on Oakland. And softball news of the day, Tennessee saying arm strain for Carlin Pickens after she exited yesterday's game with some discomfort. They're getting ready for SEC play this weekend against LSU. Pickens, one of the best players in the country, key player for Tennessee, obviously. So day-to-day, officially from the University of Tennessee. There are a few updates with UT sports across the board there.
Who would you say is the #1 star on Tennessee football right now?
The #1 star on Tennessee's football team right now?
Yeah. One player. Biggest star.
So as I'm trying to think through this, I think you got to be really good, of course, and you also have to be recognizable.
Yeah. It's okay to say you don't really know, because I
think there are a few candidates. I don't think there's an obvious one. Here are the names I'm thinking of immediately. I'll just rattle them off: Deshaun Bishop, Braylon Staley, Arion Carter.
And the reason why I asked you is because Tennessee athletics right now as a whole, you got two of your biggest stars in two different sports hurt right now.
Pickens and Ament.
Pickens and Ament.
Yep.
And star appeal is a real thing in sports. Like you
Yes.
turn in and you want to watch a game because you want to see a great player perform. Like you go and support the Lady Vols because you're a fan of softball, you're a fan of the program, but you really want to see Pickens because she's once in a lifetime. You really want to see Nate Ament because he's once in a lifetime. So like, it just stinks. I mean, it's nobody's fault, but it's two players who are stars of their teams. They're hurt right now, and that stinks. But it made me think about, all right, who would be the star, the one person that would be that person for Tennessee football, and
it could turn into the winner of this quarterback battle, but there's not an answer there yet.
Yeah, and that can develop later. Like I don't think Jawan Jennings was like the star when the season started, or during the spring of that season. But like when he started making plays and took over, and was vocal and how he played, he became like the star of the team. So we don't have to have one right now. That could be something that, happens organically later in the football season.
First text says Bishop. Next text says Bishop or Matthews. David Sanders Jr. Turkey Man asks what happened to Pickens. Left yesterday's game with discomfort, officially listed as an arm strain. I think there was some talk of a shoulder issue, but arm strain, I believe the official description.
David Sanders Jr. is not a star of the football team.
No.
First of all,
now he could potentially be their best player.
First of all, you a lineman. Listen, you're a lineman.
Right.
Turn on TV and tell me how many lineman commercials you see.
Not a ton. No.
You see Trey Smith, but you see him with Patrick Mahomes.
That's right.
Trey Smith was a star here because he was one of the best football players as a freshman inside of the SEC and played and dominated. And then he was an in-state guy who did a great job in the media. David Sanders Jr., he's not there yet. He has star potential because he's mature, he does a great job in the media, and also he's very, very talented. But he's not there yet. Deshaun Bishop, star potential, 100%.
Yeah, just got another text for Deshaun.
Yeah, Mike Matthews, because he plays the position of wide receiver, star potential, but on-field play, not better than Braylon Staley.
Right.
So I think it's early, but I think those are good candidates that will make their case during the season.
We'll continue the conversation, 865-656-9900. Always appreciate the interaction. We'll ask for more of it over the next hour on Josh and Swain.
Westwood One Sports Talk. It's madness.
Who gets the basketball first?
Bracket busters.
12 seconds to go. Looking around.
Buzzer beaters.
And it goes in at the buzzer.
Wall-to-wall tournament talk.
National championship is in the balance. The inbound comes. Prayer pass. 5 seconds. Lays it up. Overshoots everyone. Scooped up for the win. And that'll do it. Yeah!
Westwood One Sports Talk. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Brogan Financial Wealth Management and Retirement Planning. Brogan Financial operates as a fiduciary. Founded in 2001 to serve clients in their pursuit of financial independence, as a fiduciary, they have a responsibility to act solely in the best interest of the client. You can turn on the news. You can be concerned about what you see one day. The next day, you could see a different headline. If you want to talk to somebody that can help explain what's going on, what to think about it, how to plan for the future, how to think about long-term planning, Brogan Financial can help you with that. They're a fee-based advisory practice with transparent fees and open communication. Brogan Financial operates as a partner with their clients to help define and achieve retirement goals for today, tomorrow, and the years to come. They can help you with a comprehensive plan, investment management, income planning, tax, estate and legacy planning, healthcare planning, and help you understand all of that plan at the same time. See how Jim Brogan and the team can help you by starting online at broganfinancial.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Winter is here in East Tennessee. Own it with the Dynasty Spa. Picture this. Snowflakes falling, fire pit crackling, and you floating in 104-degree bliss while the world freezes. Right now, Dynasty Spas in Athens is stocked with the most comfortable hot tubs and swim spas built right here in Tennessee. Buy today and get everything. Insulated cover, cover lift, steps, starter kit, and delivery. No hidden fees, just instant winter magic. Visit DynastySpaStore.com, off of exit 49 in Athens, or call 423-745-1475. Don't just survive winter, dominate it in total luxury. Dynasty Spas of Athens. Your winter just got hot.
Ready to conquer your lawn this season? Spartan Mowers has your back with huge spring savings. Right now, get up to $2,500 off Spartan Mowers with rebates starting at $1,000. Whether you're upgrading or buying your first zero turn, there's never been a better time to go Spartan. Hurry, these savings won't last long. Visit watersequipmentco.com today and unleash your inner warrior. Waters Equipment, 865-238-9000, 865-238-9000, proud supporter of UT Athletics.
Why is eczema becoming such a common problem now? Could contaminants in the water be aggravating the problem? Listen to Paul's review. Our 3-year-old daughter had struggled her entire life with severe eczema. We'd tried so many things with little to no relief, and honestly, we felt helpless. We decided to install the AquaClear water system with nothing but hope and prayers that it might help. I can say, without hesitation, that it has completely changed our lives. My daughter's skin is now completely clear, and the difference in her is unbelievable. She's happier, more comfortable, and truly a different child. It's hard to put in words how much this has improved her quality of life. If I hadn't experienced this firsthand, I don't think I would have believed it. What's even more shocking is realizing how harmful toxins in our water can affect us. I am so grateful for AquaClear. They didn't just install a system, they gave my daughter relief and gave us peace of mind. This has been life-changing for our family.
AquaClear will change your water. It'll change your life.
Hey Vol fans, it's Dr. Lewis Reaper with Tennessee Foot and Ankle, and our team is all Vol. We know the pains that come from kicking the TV after a tough loss and the agony that follows until the next win. For any Vol pain that you experience, let us help heal you from the ankles down. Located in Sevierville, Madisonville, and Lenoir City, we'll make it worth the drive knowing you're being treated by true Vol fans who know true Vol pains. Call today at VOL 986-2700 and let's get your Vol pain gone before more settle in this next game day. Tennessee Foot and Ankle.
From the Budweiser Studios, this is WNML AM Knoxville, WNML FM Friendsville. Streaming worldwide on 99.1thesportsanimal.com and on the Sports Animal app. We are 99.1 The Sports Animal.
This is a Westwood One Sports Minute.
Sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone, AutoZone. If you were looking forward to seeing Jurickson Profar play for the Atlanta Braves for an entire season, well, you're going to have to keep waiting. Profar currently faces a 162-game suspension after testing positive for PEDs for the second time in the past year. This is a major blow to the Atlanta Braves. I'm Addie Bates.
Ah, the most beautiful time of year is upon us. Tax season. And Tax Slayer is here to help you file. We guarantee 100% accuracy and your maximum refund. Those are some good numbers. And you can trust me, because I'm a talking calculator. Did I mention Tax Slayer even has support from real US-based humans if you have any questions along the way? Beat the rush and start for free today. Tax Slayer. File fearlessly.
Wendy's has a new Girl Scout Thin Mints Frosty Fusion with Girl Scout Thin Mints cookie pieces, rich creamy frosty, and a mint chocolate cookie sauce. Which means Girl Scout Thin Mints and Wendy's Frosty, yeah, they're basically best friends now. It's like two delicious desserts just high-fived, snapped a few too many friendship selfies, and then rode a tandem bike down a never-ending road of mint chocolate frosty perfection. So, swing by Wendy's and try the new Thin Mints Frosty Fusion.
Limited time only at participating U.S. Wendy's.
Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. We begin hour number 3 of today's show. Thank you for being with us. 2 hours down. If you were to go back and listen at 12:30, so the middle of hour number 1, we talked to David Cobb of CBS Sports, which right now projects Tennessee as a 5 seed, could move up to a 4, could slide back to a 6. The Vanderbilt game, very important in that conversation this upcoming Saturday. So David Cobb in the middle of hour number 1. In the first half of hour number 2, Braden Gall of 440 Sports, Austin Price of VolQuest. Available anywhere you get your podcasts. You can join us at 865-656-9900. That's how you can be part of the show. Multiple Deshaun Bishop texts coming in. He's a running back, 1,000-yard rusher, all-SEC player, and a local product. Yeah. Great story. Mm-hmm. Makes sense when you asked who is the current top star from Tennessee's football program. He was the first name that came to mind for me, so I would probably settle on that answer as others have as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think position matters too. I mean, like a mid-tier position player will probably get more consideration than an above-average O-lineman or D lineman, especially interior. Now, if he's a guy on the edge and he's making plays in space and getting sacks, then there's star potential there too. But like, I think Deshaun Bishop right now is the lead out of everybody else on the team.
Yeah, edge rushers have been considered on the flashier side. They get more love than
they get sacks, man.
Yeah, poor nose tackles and offensive guards.
They get no love.
No love.
And how many times have you been in a conversation with someone and they're like, I don't know if this guy's been good for us, and they pull up, their stats and they go, we only got one sack, but then they don't account for the fact that he's a run-stopping beast that clogs the middle and takes on double teams and keeps linebackers clean so his linebackers can go and make plays. So, yeah, like nose tackles sometimes they just don't get the love they deserve.
Yep. They deserve it.
They do, yeah. Well, the good ones.
Right. You still gotta,
correction.
Yeah, you still got to produce here.
The good ones deserve love. Yeah, the good ones deserve love.
Yep. Hey, you deserve opportunity to be heard on the show. We have a text from Larry. We've had multiple texts from Larry. He's now signing.
Who Larry firing today?
He's signing his name as Cranky Larry, as he texted in and said, you should advise the listeners that only comments that are positive to UT Sports will be accepted and brought up on the radio.
I knew he had a problem with something.
Yep. Hey, the show opened 2 hours ago with us being called out. We read those texts.
Called out for being critical yesterday, and I welcome it. I appreciate it.
Sure.
I still think Kim Caldwell handled the whole situation. Could have handled the situation better. I think the whole season could have been handled better, and I just think when things are going the way they're supposed to be going, you don't hear stuff like this, okay? Mm-hmm. And so obviously there's some issues, and she needs to address them, and she needs to fix them, and there's no need for folks to act like there's nothing going on. Oh, there's nothing to see here. Oh, there's some issues. So they need to be fixed. You hate to have to talk about this. I'm a former player. I graduated from Tennessee. I prefer to talk about us winning.
Yes.
When Josh Ward sees me in the press box and I have this look of disgust on my face, yeah, I'm upset, internally because we lost, but I don't want to have to talk about the negativity. Like, I don't want to have to deal with folks being mad and wanting to fire folks. Like, I don't want to have those tough discussions and conversations. I do it because that's part of the job, and that's, it's just part of it. But, like, I prefer to talk about us winning. I prefer it. I prefer to talk about us, coaching and developing, and I got girls and guys being happy. I don't want to talk about Kim Caldwell's drama this season, but we've had to do it. So somebody's going to have a problem with something. Either it's too positive or it's too negative, and I guess Larry missed the part of the show where, we were pretty critical of Kim Caldwell.
Yep. Andrew texted back. Hey, Andrew, we appreciate you. He said, I was doing journalism, not coming at y'all. I was sincerely wondering. He was one of our first texts. We had another text that said we need to get our facts straight.
Oh, yeah.
We had somebody.
I got plenty of facts. I just don't share all of them on the air.
Yeah,
we don't want to go there now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that a lot of people with a microphone know, but they don't say.
Right.
So, we got facts.
Yeah, I also,
which is why I said what I said.
I think it's important to not operate in extremes. We had somebody tweet to us and describe it as we were bashing Kim Caldwell. I wouldn't describe it that way. There was criticism, and Ron Slay was very unhappy. He made that clear in his segment. He said he lost a lot of respect for Kim Caldwell. So that was on the show yesterday in the final segment of the sleigh ride. But obviously there needs to be criticism, and I would say that internally. Kim Caldwell needs to be looking at what's gone on, decisions she's made, personnel. They had the number 1 portal class and the number 2 recruiting class, according to ESPN, which Tennessee publicized. Tennessee celebrated that, which they should have. But if Kim Caldwell and her staff are looking back at decisions they made on players to bring in, they cannot look back and say they made all the right choices. And they need to look back at this past season and ask, wait, how did we go 8-8 again? How did we get blown out? How did Kim Caldwell leave the South Carolina game thinking, I've got a team full of quitters? What happened at the end of the Ole Miss game? What happened with Ruby Whitehorn? What happened with a player that they brought in as a transfer, Janiah Barker, getting suspended late in the season, where she doesn't get to travel with the team for a key game in conference play? And then what happened with Kaya Wynn this past Sunday? Tell me if I missed something, but that's a pretty long list of things to sit back and wonder, okay, what happened here, there, to go along with a disappointing record and bad performance on the court compared to the teams. And you guys brought up, well, they're playing in a tough league. Yeah, that's true. But you're supposed to be better than them. Texas A&M's not tough. Lost to them at home. Mississippi State, they might make the tournament. Lost to them by 15 at home.
They used to be tougher when they had Vic Schaefer, but they're not at that level anymore.
Yeah, that was a dreadful showing. So neither one of us has said fire Kim Caldwell, but criticism is deserved, and that should be both external and internal. If you're blind to that fact, then you've got another issue to deal with.
Well, sports is not for you if you have an issue with that, because it's not always great all the time. And I think transparency and honesty is very, very, very important. I think about Wes during these times, right? Because that was his second best quality, was his willingness to be honest and how he felt. I think about him, during these times, and appreciate David Cobb for, what he said, and everyone in the last couple of days. But we gotta be transparent. You gotta be transparent with yourself and honest with yourself. I remember when Tennessee football was gradually sliding, and everyone's in this echo chamber saying, "Oh yeah, it's all good. It's not bad. It's all good," because you wanted the perception to be that it's all good. Oh, it's all good. You kept denying it, and then you got blown out by Vanderbilt. You got beat by Vanderbilt. That's when you can't hide it anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You can't hide it anymore. You knew there was issues, but you were so afraid of being criticized that you downplayed it to the point where it showed up on the field. It shows up on the court. And so let's be honest with ourselves. Let's say, okay, we didn't handle the situation the best. It is hard in this transfer portal era to go out, recruit ladies and men in about a week's time and get to know them. It's difficult. When you recruit a high school player, man, you know so much about that player because you spent years recruiting that player, building a relationship. You don't have that time. So sometimes you are pleasantly surprised, like a Miles Kitzelman. Sometimes it just doesn't work. You got to say, man, we didn't know we was going to get this. It happens. Own it.
Yes.
Own it. Get better from it. Learn from it. But to sit here and deny it and get upset at folks for doing their job and telling the truth and saying, yo, this don't look right, then I'm sorry, you're part of the problem. This has nothing to do with what I just said. We just haven't talked about it yet. So I'm kind of switching gears a little bit because one thing about media and one thing about how people consume media is that people will take one quote from an entire conversation, They'll focus on that one quote, whether it's good or bad, and they fail to see the entire context of what is being said. I'm pointing at what Danny White said this morning with the morning show when Vince did a good job of asking Danny about Tennessee basketball and Kim Caldwell. Danny is the AD at Tennessee. If you follow Tennessee athletics for the last 25, 35 years, we have seen ADs comment on coaches. We understand how important it is for the AD to publicly say positive things about their coach. We saw when it didn't play out that way and how it affected a team. You want an example? 2014, Conzo Martin is the head basketball coach. Dave Hart was asked about Conzo Martin. He did not give a glowing compliment to Conzo Martin. Conzo was out of here. It so happened that the team went on to have a nice run, but they felt like it was them against everybody, including their own administration, because publicly Dave Hart didn't do his job the right way. So Danny White, being the AD at Tennessee, did his job by supporting his coach and saying Kim Caldwell's doing a great job. Is she doing a great job? No, she's not doing a great job. She's not this year.
Right.
But that's what he's supposed to say. He also said that Lady Vols are not meeting expectation. They're not meeting expectation this year. Everyone knows the expectation, and we got to get back to that. And so let's not get hung up on Danny White, him doing what you have to do as an AD, because if you say anything different, it's going to crush you on the recruiting trail.
We'll let you hear everything that Danny White had to say in that comment in our next segment. We'll be with you until 3 o'clock. We invite your comments as well. Paul texted in, the ladies would have won more if Larry weren't so negative all the time. Sheesh. Newly known as Cranky Larry.
Larry is the Luka of sports fans. I mean, you can't make Larry happy.
We have a policy on this show. We do not complain. Luka Doncic does not subscribe to that policy. We thank you for being with us. We're presented by Junk Beyond as we continue on Josh and Swain.
You can now enjoy UT Sports on TV while hearing the Vol Network play-by-play on the Sports Animal timed with it. Here's how to sync it up. We delay the Sports Animal radio broadcast just a bit, so when the game reaches kickoff, tip-off, or first pitch, pause your TV, then listen to the Sports Animal broadcast. At the moment the game starts on the radio, release pause on your TV. Now you're in perfect sync, watching the action while hearing the Vol Network call live on 99.1, the Sports Animal. It's the best seat in the house, your house.
Hey, it's Josh. I want to tell you about Ted Russell Ford, your super dealer here in Knoxville and East Tennessee, the #1 volume Ford dealer in East Tennessee. We were at the Parkside Drive location yesterday. We sat down with Andy White, and he was talking about all they can do to help you right now with Truck Month savings and incentives that are available to help you find what you're looking for in a truck, a brand new Ford truck, a truck from the Ford F-Series. They have many different options and combinations available to fit what you need in a truck. If you need a fleet of trucks for your business, we're talking about landscaping season. If you need some trucks for your business, plumbing, whatever the case might be, Ted Russell Ford can help you with exactly what you need. Crew cab options to help your business as well. Ted Russell Ford can sit down with you. They can help you find what you need. They can bring what you need to you. They go above and beyond. They offer mobile service as well. They can come to you as a customer at Ted Russell Ford. A great way to get started, to see what they have available, to learn about their specials with Truck Month going on, is to go online to tedrussellford.net.
This has been a paid announcement.
His Security and Technology, your one-stop shop for all your security and technology needs. We offer state-of-the-art security systems to protect your home or business, as well as cutting-edge technology solutions to enhance your daily life. Our team of experts is dedicated to providing top-quality service and support. Contact His Security Technology today to learn more about how we can help you stay protected and connected. 865-474-9495 or visit hissecurity.com. In God we trust, all others we monitor.
Hello,
Hello, Knoxville. This is Mitchell Parton with Fraser's Carpet One. When it comes to new floors, a lot of people start at the big box stores. But here's the problem. You'll see the same handful of products, talk to someone who just started last week, end up paying way more than expected. At Fraser's, we make it easy with hundreds of thousands of square feet in stock. From value product to premium brands, you'll always find the right fit for your home and budget. Apples to apples, we guarantee to beat the big box stores. On top of that, you get free in-home estimates, no money down, and free financing for an entire year. That's why Knoxville families have trusted us for more than 70 years. Call 546-4850 today. Make the smart choice for your home and see why at Fraser's we make it easy. Everything for the floor from the store you trust more. Fraser's.
Invest your money where it counts. In your kitchen. It's the heart of your home, but if it's old and outdated, too small, and not serving your family's needs, then you need help from the professionals at Kitchen Sales. If your spaces aren't giving you the vibes you need to thrive, let Kitchen Sales transform those spaces. Now, when you team up with the pros at Kitchen Sales, you get access to designers that have been designing kitchens for decades. They know the ins and outs. They know what's going to stand the test of time, and also, more importantly, what trends to avoid. You also get tons of options, not only in materials and styles, but also in pricing, because they can beat salvage store pricing or they can go all the way up to a fully custom line. They have 2 great locations for you to get started, and they're on opposite ends of town. First one is near downtown on Hoyt Avenue, just off Cherry Street, and the other out west in the Town and Country Circle Shopping Center. You can always get inspired online at kitchensales.net.
This has been an advertisement.
Spring weather is finally here, and now you're ready to get outside and enjoy your lawn. That means it's time to go see the guys at Dickens Supply and get your fertilizer or check out their new zero-turn lawnmowers. With 3 locations in East Tennessee, Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is the go-to for landscape supplies and equipment. With brands like Toro, Exmark, Ferris, and Wright, we have the equipment you need. See us soon at one of our convenient locations located in Knoxville, Maryville, and Powell, or check us out online at DickensSupply.com.
They say the best things in life are free. Streaming 99.1 The Sports Animal proves it. Always on, always free.
The hottest sports stories of the day, broken down to their very core with honest, informed opinions. Here's Josh and Swain on The Sports Animal.
Thank you for being with us as we continue on this Wednesday afternoon. Another beautiful day here in East Tennessee. We spring forward with the clocks this weekend, by the way, Jason Swain.
I was driving yesterday with my kids, and it was around 6:30. I was on my way home. Remember, I told you I missed part of the game, and I looked at the clock, looked outside. I was like, y'all notice that? Y'all see what time it is? 6:30, and it's still light outside. It's here, baby. It is here. Get to do things with the sun out until about 9 o'clock. I can't wait.
And we can go outside. January was a month.
Oh yeah, man. It was too cold.
It is March. The Lady Vols will play tomorrow night in the SEC tournament against the winner of Alabama and Missouri, playing today in the SEC tournament. Earlier today, Danny White, Tennessee's athletic director, was a guest on Sports Talk, and you can find that interview in the Sports Talk feed of our podcast, of our app. You can find it in the podcast feed of our app or Apple, Spotify, wherever you might look, with the Sports Talk feed. And they covered a number of subjects, including this season and the Lady Vols basketball program, as we've covered. There's some criticism out there with the way this season has gone. This is what Danny White said earlier today when Vince asked about Kim Caldwell and the Lady Vols.
I think she's doing a great job. I'm as confident in her as I was the day I hired her. More confident, just getting a chance to work closely with her and see how talented she is as a basketball mind, as a leader. This season has not met anyone's expectations, most importantly, and most of all hers. She's incredibly competitive. Not surprised to see the narrative around it, but both positive and negative. We have I think, the most passionate fan base in the country, and a storied women's basketball program that we are working really hard to get back. That is not an easy proposition, and we didn't expect it to be. Women's basketball is extremely competitive. It's awesome, I think, for not just women's basketball, for women's sports, how many schools are investing at a high level in it now, and the popularity of this sport has grown astronomically over the last 10 years or so. And we expect to get the Lady Vols back to their rightful place in the women's basketball world, but nobody, including myself, thought that this was ever going to be a quick fix. I think it takes time to get it right and to get where we want to be. But Kim's doing a great job. I think the recruiting is elevated significantly, and really excited to see these young players continue to grow and next year's additions as well.
So that was Danny White earlier this morning on Sports Talk on 99.1 The Sports Animal. And as you mentioned last segment, I would agree. Objectively, Kim Caldwell has not done a great job this season. It's been a disappointing season.
Yeah.
Without question.
Yeah.
Next season is going to be big. Everybody's going to agree with that, Danny White included, I'm sure, because once you get to season 3, he mentioned the quick fix. You're past the quick phase. By season 3, there will be and should be big expectations. So let's see. We'll see how they finish out. They have the SEC tournament, and they'll be in the NCAA tournament. But realistically, they're not getting everything turned around before this season ends, I don't think. So what happens this offseason heading into next year is going to be really big for the future of the Lady Vols program.
Danny White did what any AD should do and would do in that situation. You got to support your coach publicly when they have a rough season. If you don't, then you're crushing that coach's chances of winning next season. They're going to get killed in recruiting. The quick fix comment, I mean, listen, when you have the number 1 portal class and the number 2 recruiting class, like, you're putting resources in the program to fix things quickly.
Right.
I mean,
Lady Vols are, obviously they shouldn't have been, but they were preseason number 8 in the country.
Yeah, I mean, we're not going to dance around the fact that this season was unacceptable, and it was not a great season. There are things that Kim Caldwell is doing behind the scenes that I'm sure give people a lot of confidence about what she can do here. But this season has been a failure when you look at the expectations of the program. Again, we can't pick and choose when we want to have expectations.
Yeah.
And it drives me crazy. You either have them or you don't. You can't have them, and then when you don't meet them, go, well, we trying, and it's early, and it's not a microwave society, and like, can't do that. You either have them or you don't, and when you don't reach them, you stand on it. We didn't reach them. We will get better. We will be back. That's how you do it. That's how you handle it. I appreciate how Josh Heupel has carried himself when he talks about what happened this past season. I embrace expectations. That's not the standard. We will make the changes. And his actions, based on the changes he made with his coaching staff, supports what he is saying. And so, like, I don't need the things that are said that make me feel better, because I played during the era where my coach will call you out in front of the whole team and in front of the whole receiver room and hold you accountable. And that's okay to me. You can coach me hard. You can tell me I didn't do my job. I'm going to fix it. And there's no hard feelings. It's all good. Let me get to work. Let me address those issues. And so, like, I just believe that's what you have to do inside your program. Now, you don't have to publicly bash, everybody all the time and do all those things. But there's nothing wrong with accountability. But I will reiterate, Danny White was in a tough position because he's the AD, and you got to support your coach publicly. You have to do that. But they'll have a conversation about, hey, how can we avoid what just happened this past season? How can we help you? While you're helping yourself and you're making adjustments that you need to make, how can we help you as well? It is a partnership between Caldwell, her staff, and her bosses inside the administration.
Totally agree. We'll continue the conversation, 865-656-9900. We have an attaboy to hand out before the next half hour ends. We have a half hour to go on today's show. Every day presented by Junk Beyond, East Tennessee's junk removal specialist. Thank you for the interaction so far. Thank you for hanging out with us as we continue today's show on Josh and Swain.
Your station for the Tennessee Volunteers. 99.1, the Sports Animal.
Hey, I'm Josh Hemphill, right here in Knoxville. Let's talk about something that's not always top of mind, but still really important, life insurance. The Josh Hemphill State Farm Team can help you understand options that best fit your family. Contact us right here in Powell at 865-512-7542.
Hey, this is the Fat Jack, and March is finally here. Are you ready to spring into some profit? Go to FatJackSports.com. It's not just the madness of hoops that are coming over the next few weeks. It's not just soccer. It's not just UFC. It's not the free bases. It's all of it combined long-term for less than $100 a week. FatJackSports.com to consistently win money this spring, to make your year a winning one for less than $100 a week. Go to FatJackSports.com, sign up today, and win this weekend if you're betting the games against the spread.
East Tennessee Children's Hospital begins a new chapter with a new name, bringing world-class care with more hope, more comfort, and more healing. Dolly Parton Children's Hospital is reinforcing a long-standing commitment to children and families in a bold new era for the hospital. Together, they're committed to strengthening a relationship where world-class care and a caring heart go hand in hand for children across East Tennessee and beyond. Learn more at dollychildrens.org. That's dollychildrens.org.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
Hi, I'm Maria, salon owner. You know the jingle. Now discover the facts about Ozempic, a GLP-1. There's only one FDA-approved Ozempic made by Novo Nordisk. Learn about the real thing.
Talk to your healthcare professional today. Call 1-833-OZEMPIC or visit Ozempic.com to view the medication guide and to learn more about Ozempic. Semaglutide injection 0.5, 1, and 2 milligrams.
Hey, it's Ainge for Chafee, HVAC, plumbing, and electrical. It's time to get healthy with Chafee. How about an in-duct air purifier? Unlike standard filters that only catch dust, this professional-grade unit actively kills viruses and bacteria, odors, and allergens. How about a whole-home water filtration system? We have one at the Ainge household. This system treats water at the source to provide several key benefits. Removes chlorine, saves your appliances, and softer skin and hair. Find out more by going to Chafee's website, coolingheatingplumbing.com.
Winter is here in East Tennessee. Own it with the Dynasty Spa. Picture this: snowflakes falling, fire pit crackling, and you floating in 104-degree bliss while the world freezes. Right now, Dynasty Spas in Athens is stocked with the most comfortable hot tubs and swim spas built right here in Tennessee. Buy today and get everything: insulated cover, cover lift, steps, starter kit, and delivery. No hidden fees, just instant winter magic. Visit DynastySpaStore.com, off of exit 49 in Athens, or call 423-745-1475. Don't just survive winter, dominate it in total luxury. Dynasty Spas of Athens. Your winter just got hot.
Do you have a house that's causing you stress and need to sell it fast? Then keep listening. Hi, I'm Pat with ProSource Home Buyers, and I will make you a fair, as-is, all-cash offer on your house today. No matter the condition, price range, or location, call me, 865-500-3711. Maybe it's inherited, sitting vacant, causing you financial stress, or needs more repairs than you can handle. Whatever the situation, I'll buy it. Whether your house is in perfect condition or falling apart, I'll buy it. Behind on payments, I'll buy it. Tenants not paying rent, I'll buy it. Facing foreclosure, I'll buy it. No repairs, no banks, no fees, and no commissions. We can close in as little as 1 week. If you're ready to sell your house fast, call me at 865 3711. That's 865-500-3711. That's 865-500-3711.
In a flash, sell your house for cash. Pro Source Home Buyers.
This report is sponsored by AutoZone. Get in the zone. Starting stronger starts at AutoZone, where they've got battery solutions in the form of free battery testing, free battery charging, and replacement. Batteries that fit your needs. That's what makes them America's #1 battery destination. Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Mixture of sun and clouds for your Wednesday, with temperatures pushing into the middle 70s by this afternoon. Temperatures will continue to warm as we go through the rest of this week, with a daily chance for an isolated to spotty shower. High temperatures push near the upper 70s to near 80, especially Friday and Saturday, with rain chances increasing for the weekend. I'm meteorologist Belle Oliver in the WVLT First Alert Weather Center.
Leaky pipes.
Oh no!
Toilets clogged.
Oh crap!
Don't freak out. Just call us. Problem solved.
Okay.
Valley Plumbing. Any plumbing issue, anytime. Call Valley Plumbing at 865-351-0643 or visit valleyplumbingtn.com.
Josh and Swain is brought to you by Junk Be Gone. Rent any dumpster at regular rate and get 2 extra days free. Junk Be Gone, the bee's knees of junk removal for 2 decades.
This is Josh and Swain. Thank you for being with us. Presented by Junk Be Gone. JunkBeyond.biz is the website. East Tennessee's junk removal specialist. 865-656-9900 to be part of the show. Appreciate all the messages that have come in. We appreciate Dustin hanging on as we go to the phone lines. Hello, Dustin. Good afternoon. Thanks for calling. What's on your mind today?
Hey, guys. Hey, Josh, man. We still friends after that text earlier, right?
Oh, is this Fisher Price Dustin?
Yeah. I was just cutting it up with you a little bit, man.
I'll be honest here, Dustin.
A+.
You got me good on that one.
Chef kiss. Chef's
kiss. Well, you kind of teed it up for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was sitting right there.
It was perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect.
You hit the fairway.
But hey, I wanted to call and ask real quick, man. I've been listening to y'all and about this Lady Boss thing, and I kind of just wondered, man. Like, do you think this is one of the reasons why Tennessee is kind of late on some of the in-state prospects and things, or could be really in all sports? I mean, recruiting an in-state kid comes with a different I think Jason was trying to hit on it earlier, man. Like, sometimes you got to know that in-state kid, they're going to need a little bit, I don't know about a little bit more respect, but they deserve a little different kind of level of maybe respect or something. I think, and my thought was this: is I was thinking like Deshaun Bishop, right? Like, he's one of the best high school football players I've ever seen play in East Tennessee, and he got his chance. Of course, he took his chance. He could have went to a smaller division school, but took his chance up at UT, and now y'all are considering him, a star. But the whole deal is, man, like when he leaves this place, the respect level for him is like super high. But, I feel like, I know Tennessee's not the best state probably all around for high-level recruits, but there are some recruits that seem to slip out of the state that I think that the program up there would love to have. And I think Jason mentioned that as well earlier. So I just wanted to know, maybe because I figured you all had more of an expert opinion on, is that something that maybe causes our coaches to have second thought when recruiting an in-state kid?
Well, I think what you're trying to say is you have to handle with care. It's like having, glass. You handle glass differently than you handle plastic. And when you're dealing with an in-state player in any sport, especially from a powerhouse program, you have to handle them with care. When you recruit them, when they come to your school, how they leave, because it can impact you moving forward. So we're talking about Wynn. She is from Innsworth. She is from a powerhouse athletic program. And so you just want to make sure that you're on the same page and avoid anything public. It doesn't matter whose fault it is. You want to avoid this happening publicly because it's drama. It has nothing to do with basketball on the court. It's a distraction. Kim Caldwell was asked about it when she's trying to get ready for the SEC tournament. So you just want to avoid it. Get on the same page. Make sure that you handling in-state prospects, and all prospects will care, but definitely in-state athletes. The next Jelani Cambridge that comes out of Tennessee, you want that player to come to Tennessee. You want to have the inside track, just like Tennessee has a really good shot at landing DGG, David Gabriel Georges, from Baylor because of the pipeline and the relationships that you have built with the people in that community in Chattanooga, past players at Baylor and future players you plan on recruiting from Baylor. You handle him with care, like glass. And that's what you have to think about when you are a coach, especially a first or second year coach, because you don't understand that. Dooley didn't understand that at the beginning. Bush probably didn't understand that at the beginning. And sometimes, Dustin, and let me give some grace to coaches too, because sometimes they're put in a bad spot to recruit a kid locally because he's local or she's local. And they're good, but they might not just be good enough to come to Tennessee. And pressure's put on that coach. Come on, you got to give him a chance. Come on, man. He's good. He's a baller. Sometimes they're not ballers at this level. They could be ballers somewhere else, but you can't miss. You can't make the mistake. We made mistakes in the past. Hey, Randall Cobb probably would have been a good player here at Tennessee, but he wouldn't have been the player at Tennessee that he was at Kentucky because he wouldn't have been able to do everything at Tennessee that he was able to do at Kentucky. So it's difficult sometimes for coaches dealing with in-state prospects or local prospects because sometimes they're not as good and there's better prospects outside of the state. So it just depends on the situation. I appreciate the phone call. More importantly, I appreciate the joke. The joke was A+.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dustin. Rusty said, love the glass and plastic, handling them in different ways comparison.
You just got to handle them with care. You handle them with care. Like I remember coming in as, a high-rated 4-star in 03 and all the freshmen kind of being around. But I remember watching Daniel Brooks. And Daniel Brooks was the 5-star player from Tennessee. He was handled a little bit differently at the beginning. And I understood it. I didn't really care. But I saw it, witnessed it, understood it. And you just have to have a level of sensitivity and awareness when you are on a coaching staff, or you're the coach. Man, this girl from Hinsworth, they produce ballers in all sports. You don't want a person to go, man, I don't like how Tennessee did win. Whether win was right or wrong, you don't want to even have to deal with that. Man, I don't like how Tennessee, I don't like what happened with win, man. I don't like that, man. They don't do the right thing. Like, you don't want that narrative even out there. And you could have prevented it. That's my issue. You could have prevented it with some communication. That's all. Communication and understanding. Could have prevented it.
It was avoidable.
It was avoidable.
We do have some wondering, did Alabama A&M not show you enough love locally there in Huntsville to drive you to be a better player once you got to the University of Tennessee?
They never even talked to me. Never. I mean, they would have been wasting their time. Like, let's be honest, Josh. They would have been wasting their time. But you never know. Like, I could have peaked as a freshman. I could have been really good as a freshman and just peaked then and not gotten any better and been Alabama A&M level.
Yeah.
But they never even tried. Never tried, which is cool. Didn't bother me one bit.
Have you gone back to the campus and dropped off your statistics from playing in the SEC? Show them who's the star, who's the number 21 overall recruit in the 2003 class?
No. No. I feel like I drive kind of through campus sometimes when I'm on my way to Knoxville from North Huntsville, but trust me, no ill will.
You're all good.
At all. I have zero issue with A&M not recruiting me.
Who
saved me some time.
Who is the local lost player? This is maybe for another day or not. You might not want to, but the local lost player that ended up not at UT that causes people's eyes to twitch most quickly? Like you mentioned Randall Cobb, that was a loss.
Oh, well, you mean like one?
And by the way, they're for different reasons. Sometimes Tennessee doesn't make the right effort. Sometimes you don't get the guy.
Well, so sometimes they develop late.
That can be part of it.
Yeah, I mean, your Farragut guy, right, who was drafted in the first round by the Patriots.
Oh yeah, Cole Strange.
Yeah, Cole Strange. He developed late.
Yeah.
So, sometimes that happens, and it's totally fair. Sometimes the kid just doesn't want to go to Tennessee because there's drama going on, like Cade Mays and
T. Higgins
and Amari Rodgers.
Yeah.
So that happens. Sometimes you had a player who.
We had Harrison Smith texted. Harrison, he wanted to go to Notre Dame.
Yeah, he wanted to go to Notre Dame.
Yeah.
I mean, he was going there.
Yeah, and he's put together a great career. Has continued to keep a home here in Knoxville.
Yeah, you get it. You get it. But again, you want to give yourself every chance to be successful. And if a kid doesn't want to go to your school because they just want to go to a different school, cool. But you don't want the reason to be because of what you didn't do right to another player from their same community. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'll give you an example. Jimmy Clausen wasn't coming to Tennessee because the Clausens were not happy with what happened with Rick. You could have handled the situation better. It cost you Jimmy. That's an example of making sure you handle cases with care.
Yeah,
like
Chris Leak with
glass.
CJ. I don't know what the best way to handle the CJ Leak situation was, but Chris at one point wanted to go to Tennessee, then obviously went to Florida.
Me and Chris talked on the phone my senior year.
Yeah.
We were coming to Tennessee together. We had it all mapped out. All my brothers there. I don't know the conversations between former Randy and CJ Leak. All I know is CJ Leak didn't perform well enough.
Right.
And Tennessee had to replace him with James Banks, and that was what messed everything up. So if the conversation was, hey, man, like, we give you this opportunity, and we give you all the resources to be successful, and he didn't go out there and be successful, and he got replaced, and Tennessee did everything on the up and up, was honest with them, that ain't Tennessee's fault. That's C.J. Leak's fault. But that was a tough situation to be in because, quarterback dads are like cheerleading moms and dance team moms. So they active. And so Tennessee just. Yeah,
and every situation is different. Like if Casey doesn't get hurt, Chris comes to Tennessee. But he did, and then things unfolded the way they did. And then he didn't. All right, we'll come back. But Jason Swain did. He's a VFL, former Tennessee wide receiver. I'm Josh Ward. We have one segment to go on today's show, presented by Junk Begun on Josh and Swain.
Spring weather is finally here, and now you're ready to get outside and enjoy your lawn. That means it's time to go see the guys at Dickens Supply and get your fertilizer or check out their new zero-turn lawnmowers. With 3 locations in East Tennessee, Dickens Turf and Landscape Supply is the go-to for landscape supplies and equipment. Brands like Toro, Exmark, Ferris, and Wright, we have the equipment you need. See us soon at one of our convenient locations located in Knoxville, Maryville, and Powell, or check us out online at DickensSupply.com. There is an electrical emergency, an HVAC emergency, or something going wrong with your plumbing. When that happens, in most cases, it's going to happen at some point for a homeowner. Know that HIP rated. Their techs are professional, experienced, and trustworthy, all background and drug screen. And when they're on their way to your home, after you book your appointment online, you'll receive a photo of the tech and a link to track them in real time, so that way you know exactly when they're showing up to your front door to perform service. No more wasting time waiting around. Learn more, book online, really easy. In a few minutes, you can handle setting an appointment without ever picking up the phone. Go to the website, happyhealer.com.
This has been a paid announcement.
Your home isn't just where life happens, it's where it begins. At Red Door Homes, they make building your dream home simple with over 30 customizable floor plans for your land, all with transparent pricing and a full 10-year structural warranty for peace of mind that lasts. New this year, Red Door has developments in Hardin Valley, Maryville, Alcoa, and North Knoxville, closer than ever to where you want to live. Red Door Homes, built for life, built for you. Learn more at reddoorhomestm.com.
At ORNL Federal Credit Union, now through March 31st, take 0.25% off our mortgage loan rates and 0.50% off origination fees. With discounts like these, ORNL Federal Credit Union is the smart choice for your next home loan. For details about credit and terms, call 800-676-5328. Visit ornlfcu.com or stop by today. Certain restrictions apply and all loans are subject to credit approval. Effective for Tier ID applications locked through March 31st, 2026. Call for details. Equal housing lender insured by NCUA.
Hey, Jesse, what are you looking for in an automobile dealership? How about a no-pressure, friendly staff? A huge selection of pre-owned inventory, which incidentally is why it's been called the intersection of selection for over 20 years. How about one of the largest new car inventories in the entire area? And don't forget, they all come with Rusty Wallace Honda's exclusive 200,000-mile warranty. Or maybe it's service after the sale you want. If that's the case, then get to our award-winning service department. Whatever your reason, don't wait. Get to the intersection of selection. Rusty Wallace Honda, I-75 at Callahan Drive.
Some battles don't look like races. They look like early mornings, long treatments, waiting rooms. But on Saturday, March 14th, we run. Join us Saturday, March 14th at 9 a.m. at World's Fair Park for the Lucky Kidney Run, powered by DCI, to benefit the East Tennessee Kidney Foundation. Registration is now open for the fighters, for the families, for the friends who show up. Register at etkidney.org/events today.
Join the Eric Gaines Show live Monday at Miller Brothers Auto Repair and Collision Center at 7123 Tazewell Pike from 9 to noon. Get reactions from the weekend and check out the full-service Miller Brothers Auto Repair and Collision Center this Monday.
This Thursday, 99.1 The Sports Animal is broadcasting live all day from McGee Tyson Airport. Join us from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. as we celebrate and welcome Southwest Airlines to Knoxville. Travelers, come by or tune in and be part of the excitement only with 99.1 The Sports Animal.
The Sports Animal app has a special second stream and a link to our latest videos. Download the Sports Animal app.
Final segment of today's Josh and Swain. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're going to have a fly show tomorrow, Jason Swain.
It's 2026, Josh. It's not the 90s.
Is that not what they say?
We don't say that. They don't say it. No one says that in 2026, Josh. They said that in the 90s, describing something that was cool or nice or good. They said fly back when MTV played music videos.
Back in the TRL days?
Back in the TRL days. Yeah.
Those days they finished. We'll be at the airport tomorrow, all day long.
That's right. That's right.
Southwest setting up. We'll be there.
No shop. Mm-hmm.
Live on the Sports Animal from 6 to 7. The kid's still saying that one? 6, 7?
Unfortunately.
So that is the case tomorrow. We'll be back from 12 until 3. We'll have a lot to talk about. We'll know the Lady Vols opponent. Will be a couple of days away from Tennessee's final regular season game on the men's side against Vanderbilt, and we'll cover everything else that will have happened. Brouhaha in the Sun Belt women's tournament with Coastal and South Alabama playing. I think one of the players caught an official who jumped in the middle with the right hook. So
you never break up a fight like that.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you break up a fight.
That's something.
Yeah, it's terrible that happened. I mean, you never want to see that. You never want that to happen. Because, again, like you're setting an example. I mean, you are role models. And there's a lot of little kids watching college basketball and wanting to be the next, this player or that player. So you never want to see that happen in the game, and hopefully everybody's okay.
Yes, for sure. We appreciate you hanging out with us today. We have just a few minutes to go on the show. A great time to end on a positive note as we hand out today's Attaboy.
I just wanted to come by and congratulate you on the great work you've been doing.
I like your style. You remind me of a young me.
Failure is not an option.
That boy is good.
Homes, remind yourself, nobody built like you. You design yourself.
Attaboy. So as we talk about everything that we have today, some good, some exciting. Talking about the men's performance last night. It was a dunk fest at South Carolina, and some not so fun. A reminder of some things that are also more important. So the story today comes from Fiji, and it has to do with, so they've dealt with some flooded areas, and they've had to monitor, they've had residents that have had to move. Well, the Atta girl that we're handing out today will go to an officer there. Her name is El Tapati of the Ba Police Station. She encountered a scene where they were dealing with some flooding. There was an elderly woman on the street. They believe she's about 80 years old, completely soaked, visibly shivering, had no shelter. So Officer Tapati shared that she couldn't leave this woman in those conditions. She brought her to the police station to ensure she was safe, protected her from the harsh weather. After completing her shift, the officer returned with a change of clothes to make sure the elderly woman could warm up and stay dry after being stuck out there in the rain and in those tough conditions, and use that moment, shared on social media, to make sure to remind others, check on your elderly neighbors, check on those that are living alone, especially in this time with the bad weather, but asking for the public to remember small acts of kindness can make a meaningful difference.
Oh, yeah.
A reminder we all can use often.
We sure can.
So today, an Atta girl to close out the show. We'll finish up with that story, an important one. Officer El Tapati helping one citizen, and a reminder for all of us to do what we can to help each other. Swain, we'll try again tomorrow.
We'll try, man. No guarantees that that'd be great, but we'll try to make it great. That's all we can do. But Dustin with the joke of the day. A+ stuff from Dustin.
Is that an honorable mention to Dustin?
No, that's an A+ effort. No honorable mention.
Okay.
That's first team level stuff from him. Why are you trying to give him an honorable mention?
Well,
it's a good joke.
It was a good joke. I'm still recovering from it.
It's all right, man.
You might say Dustin dunked on me.
No, I will say, Steve Smith will say, ice up, son.
We'll be back tomorrow. Thank you for being with us. Joel Silverberg, thank you. Talk to you tomorrow at noon. Presented by Junk Beacon on Josh and Swain.
Want to create a beautiful outdoor space? Call Tennessee Deck and Fence. We're your local deck and fence experts. We offer a no-pressure approach so you can relax as our team works with you to design a deck or fence that perfectly suits your needs and style. We use only the highest quality materials